let's begin. Oh shit. Too late. I'll do a clap in the middle.
It's Too
Terp. Alright, first question. Freestyle? Why you look like that? Hey, you never know. I don't know.
I saw a struggle one trying to find a rhyme for heaven.
You looked at me and literally asked that question. Come on, look at me.
I mean, that's pre-production. You never know. You could have been psyching me out. You could be. We were just talking about post. You know, you never know.
And it's because I told you I was a sneakerhead, right?
See?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
I know. You know, you never know.
Not me.
Most things have surprised me. You never know. There's been some surprise when it came to Too T3rp.
Yeah.
Some people have shocked me.
I wish I could. I would love it, but I don't.
I mean, hey, you got some other surprises in store today, so you never know.
Truth.
That's right. But y'all already know it's a Too T3rp podcast, and it's your boy Donovan, a.k.a. Mr. You knew what it was when you signed up.
You know it's your boy, No Socials T behind the screen, the biggest hypocrite on the IG.
Hey, I already know. Okay, and we got some special guests in the building. So this is actually a Too T3rp first. We're doing history right now. This is the first nutrient line and on the show today.
Wow. All right. All right.
So
I feel special.
that's right. So I met Cris and Rob before. I met you all a couple times, as a matter of fact.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I'm trying to think. What was the first time I met y'all?
We've been out in the St. Louis community scene or the cannabis scene for a while. I
years,
think.
yeah.
I think that the first one was.
I was trying to figure out what came first, the Grow Gear event or that rooftop event. Were you at the
I think
rooftop
it was
event?
Yes, I think it was the
that
rooftop
smoke-
event.
Yeah.
Yeah, smoke sesh with Cap.
Sesh,
Yeah,
I
shout
think
out
that's
to
what
Cap.
it was. Yep. That was fun. That was a fun
Can you
time.
do more of those, please?
Yeah, most
Yeah,
definitely.
that was
Huge for the
fun.
community.
We had
yeah.
we had a great time. It's really fun getting to visit with everybody and just chill.
For sure.
Yeah, we enjoyed that.
And I just recently most recently saw y'all at the Rooted Organics.
Yeah.
Saturday,
Yep.
yep.
Over at Jacob's place. Yep.
Right, shout out.
That was a good time.
Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah.
So we've finally able to make this connection happen. Finally make the episode happen. I think I wanted you on before.
Yeah.
Cause I'm gonna bring that up a little bit later. We'll talk about it a little bit more down the road. But yeah,
We're shy, oh yeah.
that too. Yeah. But you know, I know a lot of things about y'all, so we got a lot to go into.
Uh-oh.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
You didn't know what it was when you signed up, huh?
Yeah, that's what they say. He drugged me in here. It's all him.
I've never drugged her.
Drug me in
Oh,
here.
sorry.
Dad jokes. He's full of them.
Well, he is a dad,
Ugh.
right?
Yeah, grandpa, everything.
Oh,
Old.
shit,
I'm
okay.
old.
So then you got some double dad jokes then.
Oh, you got
got
grandpa jokes.
I got
Yeah.
plenty.
You're gonna be wearing the New
I
Balance.
wish I was
What
prepared.
are the New Balance?
Yeah, I don't have these New Balance or not.
No.
Air Monarchs. These are Air
Oh
Monarchs.
shit! He said, "Nah, flex on him." He said he the tight grandpa.
Yeah.
So
I have Crocs. That counts.
Yeah.
you play Xbox with him.
I was never into video games. I think that my generation kind of missed that. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah.
You
Never into
had a
video games.
PlayStation, but you didn't play it.
Yeah, I never
much.
played it. Yeah.
Then it got stolen.
Damn.
It got stolen out of our house. Yeah.
Damn.
Not from one of our friends.
Yeah, well,
Another story.
That's even worse then.
Yeah. But he stole the PlayStation, not the controllers. It was weird.
That's just petty.
Yeah, for real though.
the
That sounds personal.
PlayStation, and not the controllers, and then like 3 stacks of quarters out of a random drawer. Yeah.
I thought I misplaced PlayStation. I'm like, who would steal the PlayStation, not the controllers? So I literally thought, I'm like, maybe I took it to a buddy's house. No.
Yeah.
I hadn't played it forever, so it sat there.
And some quarters.
Yeah.
I guess to get back on the bus back. Yeah, it's hard, you know.
Until he can sell the PlayStation and get more
Yeah,
money.
you know. Yeah. Gotta get to the pawn shop somehow.
There's a will, there's a way.
That's right.
We didn't miss it much. It was in a random room.
I think I used it for more to watching DVDs back when you had to watch DVDs.
Yeah, I mean at this point that's Netflix, all of that. That's
yeah.
mainly what I use mine for.
Yeah.
I don't really get to play 2K that much no more. Yeah, too busy out here trying to make podcasts and
Killing it.
appreciate it. But all right, let's get back down. Let's get down to business. Shit, we've been up here talking, chilling, but it's time to get real. All right, so let's talk about Nectar for the Gods.
All right. So this is Nectar for the Gods. We're with a company that's actually called NectarFam. So it's a family. It has 2 separate companies with it. We've got Nectar for the Gods and SLF 100.
Okay.
So like you said, we're a nutrient line, and SLF 100 is a beneficial enzyme.
Okay.
So we pretty much call ourselves brand reps. We are sell reps too, but like Rob always says, nothing better than...
There's no better salesman than a happy customer.
Hey, I like that.
That's how we started out. We
started out just as a happy customer, and for the longest time, well over a year or more, we would just go do things, represent at vendor days at grow shops, just to go do it. We didn't work for the company, but they would ask us to go do these vendor days because we were here in the Midwest and could do it because we loved the product so much. So we did it for a long time, and finally, we were doing it so often and so much that the owners of the company finally just reached out and said, "Hey, why don't you just pick this up and let's just make a company out of it and let's just have you do this as a job," you know? And so at first we talked about it and we're like, man, we love doing this. If we do it as a job, are we going to hate it? It's going to be like a job.
Because whenever there was a vendor day, oh, we're busy this weekend, we can't do it, we can't make it. But when it's like, it's a job and hey, you have to be there on X day, you're like, but it's still fun. It still works out. It's not, and they're cool if we have our granddaughter, if we have something going on, they're cool with us.
Yeah.
They are the best company owners ever because basically we pick the vendor days we're going to, we set it up, we do, you know, the ones that we can make it to. So it's still great.
That's what's up.
Yeah. But the nutrient line is a calcium-based nutrient line, which is a little bit different from most nutrient lines. A lot of them are nitrogen-based. It's very gentle on your plants, very gentle. It, you know, there's a difference in, you know, being a gardener or a plant grower, you know, if you're a farmer. So this line does take a little more work. It takes a little more effort than a lot of the lines. It's not just a part A, part B, just dump a bottle in. It does take a little more effort and a little more learning. But the final product that you come out with is completely worth it. That's what sold me on the line when I started it. You know, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, and it comes with a lot of fatigue, a lot of joint pain. My joints ache and hurt, and I did a lot of research and found out that cannabis would help with that. And so I was trying to smoke cannabis, and it just felt like I was wearing a concrete backpack. I mean, it was just dragging me down, and I kept thinking, I'm not going to be able to do this.
Cough more than she smoked.
Well, I would
cough up a lung.
It would just drag me down. And I met up with a girl that had some weed, and I smoked with her, and I said, what is going on here? I'm like, this did not make me, you know, tired and drag me down, and what is this, you know? And she said, well, it's pretty much grown organically. It's clean, you know, and it's grown with this. Mm-hmm. And so that's when I was like, oh my gosh, you know, and that it's just history from there. You know, we kind of had that on top of, it's kind of a crazy story how we got into it, and I'll get into that later. But that's one of the things we love about this is just a clean product, and it's gentle, you know, on your plants. And, you know, you hear a lot of people talk about growing, and they say, oh, that soil is hot. You know, and Nectar, we have soil also. So we have it all. We have soil and we have nutrients, and they'll say it's hot. That means that it's just very strong, and it can burn your plants. And you don't have that with Nectar.
Okay.
You don't. It's just not something that you have. It's everything's derived in a way that it's just gentle on your plants. So, you know, we're happy with that part.
People don't understand. People just assume it's all salt-based. Every nutrient line is salt-based, right? The whole organic, the whole living soil is a whole nother genre that's not chemical-based.
Exactly.
It's organic-based.
Yeah.
So once you get people away from using chemicals and salts,
it's nice. It's just a proven fact. It's just a proven fact that organically grown cannabis is not just our organic line, but any organic line produces a cannabis that has a better flavor and a better smell than anything that can be grown with a salt-based line. That's just how it is. And also if you're pressing it or doing any kind of wax or anything, organic lines will produce a lot more oils and terps, and it just makes a lot better product for pressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've had people that all have different bags. Oh, smell this, smell this, smell this. It all smells the same. Ours is almost plant by plant. You can tell plant by plant how much different it is.
I used to be so embarrassed because people would bring all these bags to us and tell us, oh, you know, here's this is strawberry coffee, this is a
blueberry,
and I would be smelling these, I'd be like, oh, yeah, and then they'd leave, and I would tell my husband, I'm like, I feel so dumb. I can't smell the difference between this, and this. And then everybody around me would say, well, we can't either. But when you're growing with this, I mean, we have
part of the line, there are certain bottles specific to certain cultivars.
Okay.
You want blueberry, you can push blueberry. You want gas, you can push gas.
That's why I love this line too. Is it is customizable. You can customize what you're putting in. So this is a small sample pack, and we have a lot of people that start with the Spartan. It's what we call it, the Spartan, and it's 4 bottles, our 4 main bottles, and we have a lot of customers that start with that, and that's what they grow with, and they grow amazing cannabis. But we offer, there are 17 or 19 bottles.
It scares people when they go into a grow store and there's 17 bottles.
It's overwhelming.
You don't need all that.
You don't need all of those. You don't have to have all of those. That's not something you have to have. But if you get to that point as a farmer and you want that, they're there and they're available for you. And the reason I love it is because let's say I have a gassy cultivar and I have a fruity cultivar. Well, if I'm running a line that's part A and part B, I'm putting part A and part B in both of those, and I'm producing cannabis that's part A and part B. Well, with this line, I can push that gas. I know what bottle to add to just make that super gassy. And I also know what bottle to take out and a different bottle to add to make that fruity.
Okay.
So it's customizable. I can really push all that and change those bottles around and do what I want to do with them.
But you have to care. There's
Right.
a lot of people that just want to grow and just grow weed.
And
Right.
I tell people all the time, and it's a little bit more expensive too. I mean, not a ton, especially, we're growing 5 plants. We're in Illinois, so we're growing 5 plants at a time. So it's not that much more expensive. It's not adding up. I'm not growing 200 plants, so it's not that much more expensive. But I tell people all the time, if you want cheap and easy, then you're going to end up smoking cheap and easy.
Exactly.
You know, and I care what I smoke, and weed should
quality
taste
over
good.
quantity.
Weed should taste good, and we know it. So
I'm gonna drop a bomb on that. Oh, whoa. Ooh, that's right. Oh, hold on. Ooh, that's a bomb. Yeah, there we go.
there you
Ooh,
go.
ooh, there you go.
Quality over quantity. But that's another misconception too. People think that you can't get great yields with organics, and you can. You definitely can. Once you master it and
Takes
get it
practice.
down. It takes practice,
Not going to be. We weren't awesome right out of the gate.
No. They're going to be, there are those lines, those salt-based lines, those chemical lines that grow these huge plants with these big, sparkly buds on them that are Instagram ready.
They
They're
look great on the
Instagram
gram.
Oh,
pretty,
yep.
but then they smell like cardboard and they taste like cardboard. But they're pretty and they're
Harsh
big
as
and you
shit.
get a lot of it.
Yep.
You open
And
the bag and everybody's like, "Oh, I got to have those." For
Yeah,
what?
and it's pretty, but it doesn't taste very good. And we've had a lot of people come to us and say, I've tried it with this, and man, it's just not very good, And then they start with this, and they're like, "Oh my God, my world has changed." And we also know a lot of, I'll say this: we are geared towards the home grower. We're geared towards the craft cannabis grower, or I call it bougie weed, but it's like boutique weed,
yeah.
But we do have
I'm an honorary member now.
exactly.
Yeah, I've graduated.
There you go. We have a lot of, we know a lot of people that have commercial grows that have hundreds of plants and to sell to whoever, whatever. And they grow with a lot of those chemical salt-based lines that are inexpensive. And they come out with a not great product. But for their personal selves, they keep a small tent inside and grow with us.
We were at that smoke sesh.
Okay.
Guy came up. I had my Nectar thing on. He was talking, and I've got X amount of square feet, and it's from Missouri, whatever. And he goes, for my personal though, I use Nectar. For everything else, I use whatever line.
Because he's
And he
not
goes,
smoking that.
Yeah,
he's
he goes,
selling it.
My personal, what I use is
Yeah.
my Nectar, and they keep
Yeah.
it small, and
because it produces something amazing.
the
but,
quality's.
Yeah.
He wants
So.
the best quality for himself, but whatever he's selling, it's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's Nectar in a nutshell, and we do hold classes on how to use it. There is a lot of resources out there that they have a YouTube channel, OCGFam on YouTube, that the owner and his YouTube guy have videos back from, God, I don't even know.
7-8 years ago.
Yeah, that teach you all about the line and how to use it. I mean, there are resources out there. I have a Facebook group with over 4,000 members. It's Nectar for the Gods Growers and Support on Facebook, and the owner's in that group. He answers questions, the administrators. We're called, once you're good enough with the product and you know how to use it, and you're good to the community and you're a good, outstanding person, you're then deemed a Nectar assassin.
Okay.
You have to earn it. But there are Nectar assassins in there that you can put questions in that group at any time and somebody's going to answer you and help you.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, so there are
That's
resources
always
out
my
there.
Flex when we go to a class or an vendor event. I wear my Nectar Assassin shirt, and they go, "I want one of those." Like, oh, you got to.
Yeah, got to earn it. You got to,
Earn it,
and it's not just knowing the
skipping.
product, but you have to also be
Community
out there in
focused.
the community and helping the community to get that label. But yeah, it does take a little more effort, and it is a little more work, but it's worth it. I mean, it's
Care
the
about what
product
goes
you-
in your body. You'll care about putting in the effort to grow.
Y'all heard it here first. There's a nutrient Illuminati.
And then the second product is SLF 100. It's a beneficial enzyme. It's so it was made to pretty much break out salts. So it breaks out salts, but it's also great with organics as well. It's you can use it to. They say flush. They use flush, but in my brain, when you say flush, I see that as just flushing everything out. But in all reality, SLF doesn't do that. It doesn't flush out the good and the bad. It keeps all the good stuff in there, gets rid of the bad, and I try to break it down like this. I try to think of it like all of the food you've fed your plant, what the roots haven't eaten, is going to sit in there and decay, and it attracts bugs and things like that. Well, SLF will help clear that out. So it helps fight fungus gnats. It helps clear it out where your roots can eat better. It helps your root systems grow stronger. It'll help clean drip lines. It helps anytime water touches our plants, we have SLF in it. From cutting clones in our cloner reservoirs
Keeps your cloner from getting slimy.
and gummed up. It's just a great product. It's probably my favorite product that we have because it's just an all around amazing product. I can't imagine anybody growing without it.
Okay.
It's no matter what nutrient line you use, you should be using it. And 99% of people that we meet at any vendor day normally are using it. And if they're not, we're stunned. We're like, what? How are you not using this? Like it's one of the best things we've ever seen.
Yeah, the salt build up, the drip lines get clogged up. That cleans it out.
Yeah, and the organic guys too. It's just amazing for your stuff. So
That's what's up.
Yeah, we equate it to it's for gut health. Newton, the owner, has Crohn's disease, and that's why
isn't that what it was?
Well, they sell it under human consumption in a glass bottle called Kuva.
Okay.
It's in
the same
health food stores. Yeah, and,
recipe.
and it's for humans to drink out of glass, and it's for like a probiotic for gut health, for problems with sugars. Yeah.
Our first class, we had one of the consultants that was teaching the class. Oh, it's fit for human consumption, and he drank it.
And yeah, everybody's like, you're drinking that?
Everybody, you're drinking chemicals like it's not.
But the problem,
It's organic.
Newton doesn't want everybody drinking out of plastic. That's not real safe. So they sell it in glass bottles in the health food stores. So what's good for your gut's good for your root system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to check that out then.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
It's good stuff. Yeah. So, but that's where the product stands. It's good. We love it. The whole point is, we love the plant. We love the cannabis plant. We, we really want to teach people how to do it well and how to succeed with it. Because we worry that somebody's going to get out there, start to grow one plant, it's not going to live, and then they're going to give up. And we don't want that to happen. We want people to keep trying, and we want them to enjoy what they're doing and be successful at it because
There's such a community. Just ask for help. That's why we always say. That's how we started. There was a guy who said, "Oh, just DM me. I'll answer." Yeah, whatever. That's what everybody always says. He was like,
he'd answer immediately.
I kind of joked. I said, "Am I the only one that send you messages?" He goes, I've got 50 messages a day. I said, "How do you respond to everybody?"
Yeah.
Because he responds like literally a minute.
And he was a Nectar guy,
Yeah, he was a Nectar
and then
guy.
he also sent us to the Facebook group, and everybody's so helpful. You can help yourself learn,
dope.
And that's our whole thing is we just want, this, if this could help keep one person off opioids, if this could help keep one person from doing other types of harmful substances, then we want to do that. We want to teach people about this plant. So
Just how we started. We're passionate. If we're successful, I'm going to tell somebody about it, and they're going to be successful, and they're going to tell somebody about it. And that's how Nectar's grown.
Yep, word of mouth. They don't do a lot of marketing.
He was,
But
he started with a pretty much part A, part B, pretty basic bottles, and they said, "Hey, you need to market. You need some sort of bottle design,
graphics on there, and
so he went to the customers and said, "Hey, this is what we need." They had a little contest. What do you want Nectar to be? It wasn't even Nectar at the time. It was Harvest Moon.
yeah,
So
and
they decided the Greek gods.
so he lets the customers kind of figure all that out, and it's the artwork's customer derived, and yeah, he puts a lot of faith in his
The van,
customers.
you've seen the
Yeah,
van,
that's
right?
hard.
You've seen the van.
I have,
how
yeah.
It's covered in all the artwork.
Yeah.
And yeah. So
That's
it's-
dope. That's all fan
Yeah.
work?
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, it's the customers have voted on names and all, names of the bottles and all kinds of stuff. So he's really big into his customers and local stores. Shopping local, keeping everything local and customer.
That's
And this
dope.
was 10 years ago when all this happened.
That's
More
hard.
than that, probably even.
In this industry, a company that's been around 15 years is crazy. That's on
Yeah.
And I think he's
putting in
been
that
around over
work.
20, but it's been Nectar for 18, I
Right.
think. And before that, it was Harvest Moon. So yeah,
This industry is just unheard of.
That's
yeah,
hard.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That means he's really putting in some work.
Oh yeah. They're out of Oregon. The company's
Okay.
out of Oregon. We've been there and toured the manufacturing facility and the soil plant.
Yep.
I did not know what went into making soil.
Really?
It's just dirt, right? You go dig up dirt. Right?
I thought you had a
Oh,
backhoe and you just went out and dug some dirt, put it in a
my God,
bag.
no. There's no dirt in
Oh my gosh, no! They bring in like this crazy magnetic rock and all this crazy stuff from different it's some place. I thought it was Latvia, but it's something else. I can't remember where it is. But
Lithuania, Latvia.
Lithuania maybe.
Yeah, was it?
But
Got
they
stuck on a ship for 4 months. They couldn't
Yeah,
deliver it.
but they bring all this stuff in, and they even have like these conveyor belts that they put it on, and they have people that stand at these conveyor belts and pick out the big pieces and stuff that shouldn't
And
be
sift
in
it.
it. It's insane the work they put into all this.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's crazy. Their soil is really good soil. So
That's actually good to know.
yeah,
they
it's
put
really
that
good
much
soil. They
effort
have
It's a very family company.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh, that's dope. Okay.
So we were there, went to the soil plant, and he introduced us to his very first employee. His first employee he ever had is still there.
Before it was even
Really?
Nectar.
Yes.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And here's another thing that really impressed me while I was there. So we were in the manufacturing facility, and we come in, and there's a guy on a stool sitting here, and there's a huge tank, and he's got a little bottle, and he's
Huge tank,
opening
like
a
as big as
valve.
this room tank.
Yeah, there's a valve, and he's filling a bottle. He's sitting it down. He's filling a bottle, sitting it down, and I'm kind of looking, and we all know right now things are a little slow,
Right.
in the cannabis community with stores and stuff. So it's a little slow right now, but we get back to the back, and I'm looking around, and there's this huge, shiny, beautiful machine, and I mean it's from here. Who knows even how
Huge
long?
bottling machine.
And I said, "What is that?" And he said, "It's the bottling machine. You run through and it bottles." And I just kind of looked at him funny, and I said, "It bottles like that guy's doing there? Why don't you use the machine?" And he said, "If I use the machine, that guy didn't have a job." He said, "So we don't use this machine whenever
Unless you
it's
need
like
to.
this." He said, "That guy needs his job." And I
Got
was like,
it.
"Oh, yeah."
So that bottle machine will
That's
fill
dope.
enough bottles for a whole week, an hour.
Yeah.
But you give that guy a job for the whole week or a month or
Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
don't need
So
to
he would
produce
rather
that quick right now.
he
That's
would
dope.
rather pay,
Yeah.
keep the guy working than use the however much the machine costs,
Yeah.
So yeah, just really good guys. Yeah. So
Damn, that's hard.
yeah, it's a really good company. And another thing is, it was funny because we asked him when we first got there who his I guess you'd call it PR person or something, who answers all his emails.
I
and
said
all-
secretary. I said, who's your secretary? Because literally he puts his personal email on the website. You can email him. Like, oh, who answers your email? And he pulls his phone up.
Me,
So,
For
yeah.
emails.
me,
Yeah.
and we were like, no, really. He goes, I do. I answer them all personally myself and all my phone calls.
Yeah.
We were like, oh my gosh, you do, and he does personally answer them,
This is
every
crazy.
single one.
Yeah.
Yep,
That's
every
hard.
single one.
And it's
Yep.
not, he's a talker. So it's not just like short, sweet email. It's a page long email every time you email someone back.
So after the first time we helped out and did anything for him, we got a handwritten letter.
Really?
He wrote us a letter, handwritten letter. First time we'd never met him yet or anything, and we got a handwritten letter
that little guy.
thanking us. Yeah. Oh,
That's when
it
we got our Nectar Assassin shirts.
Yeah, and a handwritten
It was
letter.
weird. The consultant we were working with, he was doing a show in St. Louis, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna come visit can I come check out your grow?" I'm like, "All right, cool." Came and talked and looked at it and sat down at my kitchen table, and he puts his hand on his hip. He goes,
All right then.
"All right, you're legit." Like, what are you talking about?
And we've been talking to him for 6
Talking
months,
to him for
asking
a year.
questions. Oh, and we'd been going and helping him at shows, like cleaning up for him and doing stuff. And we were
said-
like,
You would not believe the number of people that will talk and will text and will bullshit and will send pictures, and then you go to the grow and it's dogs
It's like
chained to
shit,
trees
yeah.
and it's dirty and
There's
nasty
needles
and
on the ground
It's
and
not
there's-
what you represented in the pictures.
yeah, he's like, he said, so we have
Not
to
the
be
kind of
really
grow he likes to
careful.
associate himself with.
Yeah.
We have to be very careful of who we have representing the company. You
It's
know?
a fact.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like, all right, you're legit. Because we met people like that.
Yeah.
You've been in this industry, you're talkative, you're cool, and this and that. But then, like, when it's real, it's different, you know.
Yeah,
I guess he's like, just put his hand on his knee. All right, you're legit. You're good.
Yeah.
we're like,
And then a week later, we got all the stuff from Scott and the shirts and the letters. And we're like,
yeah.
wow,
We're like, all right.
that was like
I
our
guess-
end. And I guess we're cool now.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So just really good people to work for. We're really enjoying it. It's been a good time, and we're really proud of the product. That's what makes it good. Is that we're proud to represent it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's you all use it in your personal garden?
100% yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
Once
use
you
it.
had Nectar, you don't try anything else.
We call it a little cult. They call themselves Nectar heads. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, when people use it, they never stop. They just don't. And when we're at vendor days or we're at Canicons or Nicans, you can tell when they're Nectar heads, they'll walk in the door and I mean just beeline straight for our table.
We'll be out in the parking lot doing a vendor day. They will get out of their
Come
car,
straight, and
to
you know
us,
it immediately.
talk to us, and not talk to anybody else.
Immediately,
That's
they come
what's
straight
up.
to the table because they're. I mean, when you're a Nectar head, you are a Nectar head, and we do use other products with it. You know, there are other lines that work well with it. You know, so there are a lot of other products that go hand in hand with it. That we, you know, microbes. There are microbes. There are mycorrhizae that we use with it, and things like that. So there are some outside products too that work well with it that we recommend.
Okay.
But it's really funny that it's kind of like a little cult. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean,
the pictures, yeah, it leads along that way.
yeah.
We have an easy job. If someone, I don't know if you know the growing game, everybody thinks they grow the best weed. Right? So if you're talking to somebody and they're not interested, we're okay with that. We're not here to change your mind. If you're happy, and it's so hard to get a nutrient line dialed in, if you're happy with what you're growing, cool. But if you're not happy, come talk to us.
Right.
Maybe we can do a bottle here and there, and maybe change on what you're doing. But if you're happy with what you're doing,
If it's not broke, don't
have at
fix it.
Yeah.
Or if you're real happy, we've got a couple of bottles. If you're interested at all and you've heard about it, let's add one bottle in and see how it changes and upgrades what you're doing right now. You know.
Hell yeah.
We can help you upgrade, and when you see that difference, you know, which one you got? Oh,
This is
that's a good one.
the Cuntz, yeah. Looking good.
yeah, that's a pretty good one.
So what type of medium do you all use?
Nectar's only for soil.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't really work well with hydro.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really thick and heavy.
So it doesn't run through drip lines. It doesn't run through hydro, right?
It settles, and you have to stir. You even have to stir while you're watering. You have to stir.
It'll settle out in a minute.
So, but we can, you know, you can still do cocoa. You can run it. You can run it in cocoa. You can run it in, you know. When we sell some of our soil, we sell cocoa. We have cocoa. We have like 5 different soils.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a product that's called One Shot, and it's really good for people that just don't have the time right now to, you know, run the bottles. It's a granular form of our products, and it's basically a time release. You sprinkle it in and then just water it in, and you put it in about once a month, once every 3 weeks. And a lot of people, like, if you're going to be out of town or you're going to be gone for a while, you can use that, you know, as backup. Some people use it by itself. Some people add it in. But we have a soil called 4 Shot that's our regular number 4 soil with 1 shot in it, and it's our favorite soil. It's just a really good soil.
But we almost use that as extra.
Yeah.
We put that in on top of nutrients.
With
and
this,
really
and just give it a boost. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give it the beans.
Yep. Give it the beans.
That's what's up. So what are these the 2 things that you got currently in the garden right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. We've got that right now. We've got both of those running right now.
Nice.
Yep. It is really hard to get different strains going whenever you are trying to dial things in. We've got a strain that we've harvested probably 12 times now, and the reason we did that is because we've taken the same plants, you know, the same clones, and done them over and over and over so that we know exactly how it grows, so that we can pull different nectar bottles in and change things so that we know the line completely, so that when we talk to people, we know what we're telling them,
Each
and
individual
we've
strain.
seen how
That's dope.
we've seen how it works, and we can say 100%, if you put this bottle in, this is what it's done for us, and if
Yeah.
I take this one out, this is what it's done.
Each one of our strain has almost its own recipe.
Yeah, so we know, you know, we've dealt with that strain so long, and we're just now pulling that strain out of our lineup.
I don't want to.
But we are.
We have it's called Snacks.
It's
And we cut clones our last one, right? they're looking so awesome. They're so tall. They're so like,
they're beautiful, but
they grow so good.
It's a sunset sherbet crossed with gelato. It's from Mosca seeds. Yeah, I don't know if you know much about Mosca seeds. We really like Mosca seeds.
He's out of Rockford, Illinois.
Yeah.
Good seed guy.
Okay.
Yeah, and we like a lot of his stuff.
Part of our education is
genetics.
Don't get a seed from a buddy out of a bag. Don't. Just start with something good.
Get some good genetics. Yeah.
And then you're upset when it was like, you don't even know what the seed was. How do you feed it? How do you know how long it's supposed to go?
You don't know how many times we'll go places and somebody will say, "Oh, take these seeds. It's an unknown crossed with a." And I'm just like, that's like breeding.
If someone's giving free seeds, you probably don't want them.
That's like breeding a dog that's a mutt with a purebred and saying, "Oh, this breed this along." No, probably shouldn't. It's not if you really want to succeed.
So we try to tell people, new growers, like start with something good. Start with a good foundation.
Good genetics,
That's right. PTDs are real, y'all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, 100%. Yes. So it's, but new people that are new growers, you have to learn that. Those are things you have to learn.
Yeah.
We all started once.
Some of the dumb stuff we did in the beginning.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I grew up in the Nancy Reagan era. We're on drugs. Just say no to drugs, and started dare classes, and that was my era. And my home was a extremely strict Christian home. We couldn't even do dances or go to movies. It was really strict, and
so you was real life Dirty Dancing.
Oh yeah, they loosened up on me.
Not Footloose. That's what it's called.
Footloose. Yeah. They loosened up on me towards the end.
Maybe some Dirty Dancing thrown in there too.
Yeah. They loosened up on me towards the end of junior high and high school, as far as Dirty Dancing and Dirty Dancing. As far as dancing and movies go, but so I grew up just completely against cannabis or anything, So I never knew much about it, but my youngest son, when he was about 15, he was telling me over and over again, I'm going to be in the cannabis community. I'm going to grow cannabis. It's going to be legal, and that's what I'm going to do for a living. And of course, me.
10 years ago.
Of course, me. I was like,
there you go.
But, so of course, I was like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Don't even say that. You going to end up in who knows where in jail. You're not going to do that. Me as a mother. And then how many years later? I don't even know.
I guess and I look at you.
Well, and so he had bought his first house, and it had this cool room down in the basement, and it was already legalized in Illinois. And he had
it started going.
Right, and he had a few plants down there. He was in his late 20s, and he decided to sell his house. So the realtors were showing it, and the realtors told him, you need to probably get these plants out of here. We're showing the house. So Rob and I were at Lake of the Ozarks for the weekend, and I got a snap from my son, and he's digging up the backyard, planting something there. I'm like, what are you doing? He said, I had to get my plants out of the house, so I'm planting them in your backyard. And I thought, oh my God, my husband's going to kill me. Marijuana in my backyard, So we get home, and I walked to the backyard, and I told him, he was a landscaper for 15 years, and I told him, I said, hey, all those plants right there, just don't spray Roundup on them.
Like, which ones are they? What are they?
I said, just don't spray Roundup on them. And he's like, what are they? And I said, it's weed.
And I looked at him like, I know what that is.
He's like, all right. So we go in the house. So the next morning I get up, and he's out there watering them. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he said, well, if we're going to be here, we might as well make them live.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. So then we scrounge up some kind of just little pack of, I don't even remember what it was. Somebody gave my son a pack of nutrients, something to grow with them.
Or whatever.
So we read about it and started feeding them, and they
Started
grew.
YouTubing.
So I'd come in the house, and he'd be on the couch asleep, and YouTube videos on how to grow weed would be on.
That's hard.
And I'm like, what is happening right now? So then we got them to grow, and they started growing and living, and they were along our line of our fence, and then we have a garage right here, and there was 2 in pots. So I'd go out and water. I'd water them all, and the neighbors would wave at the neighbors and do whatever. So we got them to grow, and they started budding. They're flowering. And I go to work one day, and I get a call from him, and he says, my son had gone to Michigan, and he said, we don't know much about weed, and he says, did he take the plants with him? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he says, well, they're gone. Somebody stole all the plants, dug them up, all the plants on the fence. Somebody stole them.
Nobody's house in Michigan. I'm like, maybe, I didn't know anything about it at the time. Like, I don't know if they had stuff on them, but I don't know.
So somebody dug up all the ones by the fence and took them, but they didn't take the 2 by the garage because nobody could see us watering those 2.
Are y'all like by a main street?
Nope.
No.
No.
Oh, hell no. See,
So-
I'm looking in the back of all my neighbors' yards after that.
Yeah. So these 2 in pots back here, we're pissed. He's really mad.
Hell yeah.
So I wake up Saturday
He was hungry
morning.
for it, so it was something fun to do.
You know,
Yeah.
so I wake up Saturday morning.
And there's some good weed. They probably waited. They wait till it's like damn near
It
ready to be
wasn't good
harvested.
weed. It wasn't good weed. It was our first time, and it was airy. It was,
Bad.
now that at the time, we were like, oh, this is wonderful. Look how good. And then, So I wake up Saturday morning, and I can't find him. And I'm like, what's going on? I go out in the garage, and he's built a room in the garage and has those 2 in the pot in the room. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, well, it's getting cold, and we can't let anybody steal these. So I brought him inside, and we're just going to grow him in this room. I've been watching YouTube, and
Got on Facebook Marketplace, finally got sound light.
Hell yeah.
so that's where it happened. It's grown from there. And so not long after that, we were going to Indianapolis for the weekend just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And when I go places, I like to just do local shit. So we're down in Indy, and we go into this block party on the street. I don't even know where it's
Totally
at.
random. Yeah.
And so we're walking around at this block party, and all these politicians are there like, hey, vote for me, and we're like, I
Band
don't even
playing,
live
people
here.
walking around.
Yeah, and all the neighbors are hanging out with neighbors. And so we walk up on this guy that's got like a
A little vendor row. They had vendors of people.
and he's like a
selling
nursery, and he's a young guy, and he's got like these fabric pots and stuff there. And I start talking to him. I'm like, tell me about these pots and what they do. And he tells me, and he says, what are you growing?
stuff.
In
Tomatoes.
Indianapolis. And I said, cannabis. I said, but we live in Illinois, and it's illegal. And he said, no, that's cool. He said, this will help you a lot. He said, told me about the pots. And he said, hey, on your way back home, there's a place in Terre Haute, Indiana called Apple House Hydro. Go in there and ask for a guy named Fred.
I said, oh, shit. Oh, it's a setup.
What's going on,
We had a setup or something up.
So we go home the next day, and we stop in Terre Haute, and we go in here, and we're like, we need to see Fred.
I'm here to see Fred.
We're here to see Fred.
Like, is there a special code? Is that his code name?
They get on the big speaker and like, Fred, somebody's here to see you. And we're like, oh, shit. So come to find out, this big nursery has a little corner of like hydro stuff. So we go in the back.
Shit.
And we go in the back, and Fred comes out, and we tell him what's going on. Hey, we've got these 2 plants. We're just starting. And he gets a big cart out and just fills it full of nectar stuff.
Well, he starts moving bottles. Bottle, 4 or 5
And
bottles.
we're looking at Rob's adding
I'm
it
looking at
up.
prices, and I'm like,
Rob's adding it
so I
up.
let it go, let her do her thing, let her do what she wants. And it got a little pricey. I'm like, whoa, wait a second. I just got 2 plants. I don't know if I'm even doing this. Hold on. Let's stop here.
But we did, and I had already talked to the girl, and I already smoked hers, and she had already mentioned it. So we kind of knew about
heard
it
about it,
already.
yeah.
So we kind of knew. So we weren't going to say no because we already kind of knew about it. We just didn't know where to buy it yet.
Smoking?
Yeah. So we,
You want some?
oh, so here's a fun fact.
Here's our fun fact.
Rob has never once smoked weed in his life. He hasn't. He grows hella weed, some of the best weed. He grew both of those. Those weren't my crop. He's always had a job in a CDL where he can't.
That's hard.
Yep.
Okay.
He's got an ATF clearance. He's got a lot of stuff, and he just can't.
I worked in the oil field in North Dakota, and we did work down in Colorado.
Oh,
And
shit.
Our
Okay.
hotel was next to the dispensary when Colorado first went legal. We all had piss tests the next day.
The very next day.
I can see
Yep,
that.
Yep,
Yeah.
It's an
every,
oil field. You can't do that. Like
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah,
We'd work for 2 weeks, and we'd be off for a week,
yeah.
and people would go home for their week and party and do whatever, and they'd bust us. I had
Yeah.
more piss tests in the oil field than any job ever.
He's not in the oil field anymore, but now he's got an ATF clearance and a CDL, and
Yeah.
so he just steers clear of it. He don't want to have to.
Yeah.
But it's just funny. It's a fun fact. People can't believe that he grows such great.
Did I put this out?
No,
no,
you're
no,
fine. No,
no,
it
it's
doesn't
out.
affect him
Really?
at all.
You know how much I've been around stuff? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's
you
a
never
run.
know. Shit.
Oh, dude, we hotbox him in a truck all the time. He's
Yeah.
never had an issue with that.
Yeah.
Like it's never affected him. We've worried about that. It does not affect him at all.
yeah.
No. So, but no, that's just kind of a fun fact. Nobody can ever believe it. So everybody's like, no way. Especially people that smoke his weed. They're like, how do you grow it so good? I've never
Yeah, I ain't
smoked
gonna
it.
lie. This is fire.
And that's
It's good. We
weird
love it.
in the
Mhm.
industry. That's weird in the industry. Oh, you don't smoke? You're not. That's not possible. Like, no, really, it's.
They're like, you can't tell us how to grow then. He's like, growing's different than smoking. And like,
I
it's,
had a landscape
Yes.
company for 15 years.
Smoking?
So
Yeah, it's good. Like, for real, for real.
for real, for real.
for real.
So after all that, we get all of our stuff growing and we're doing stuff. So we go to a class at the same place in Terre Haute. And the class is a beginner class on nectar.
Consultant guy, we follow him on Instagram. And
So we start asking him questions, when we get back home and stuff. So then he goes to he invites us. He's got a vendor day in Kansas City and says, hey, why don't you guys come up for that? And he's got some health issues and stuff. So we go up, and during that vendor day, we help him set up all his stuff, his tents, his table. While we're there, we clean up all of his trash while we're there and this and that.
We went and grabbed lunch. And
we got lunch for all the people. And so he started inviting us to vendor days when he'd go, and we'd go help him, just hang out. And we'd help him do all his heavy lifting, you know. So then, months and months down the line, he said, I talked to Scott, the owner of the company. He said, and we'd like to invite you to go to Las Vegas with us to BizCon, MJ BizCon.
First it was, hey, have you ever heard of BizCon? Like,
no.
Never. So
the biggest cannabis show in the world, you know. And we're like, great, we'd love to go. We'll come help, you know, we'll show up and set up your table for you and kind of help you. And he said, we need you to, when I talk to people, take down their names and their information, you know, they'll get business cards and, you know, this and that. And we said, sure, we can do that, you know. So it comes time to go to BizCon, and that morning we get up and we get on our plane and we head out and we go to BizCon. He and another guy are flying out of Chicago. We fly out of St. Louis. We meet at BizCon. Yeah. So we get to BizCon and we get there and we're waiting.
Texting them.
Waiting, and those two guys ran into some issues and couldn't show up. So we were there alone at BizCon.
No, not thumbs up. No, not thumbs up. This was 2 years ago. We knew nothing.
Just the two of us.
At
the biggest show in the world. And so we've never talked to the owner before. And so we're like, what do we do? So we got the number of the owner of Nectar from, because we knew the guy, Newton, that owns SLF. We got the number, and Rob called him, and he's like, I said, tell him we might do more harm than good. Does he want us to just go home?
Like, we can get a ticket. And
and he said,
like,
no.
We'll pay for our own ticket to go home. He's like,
he said, no, stay there, set everything up, stay there, and please man the booth and do this. You know, the company has a lot of money in this, so we're like, okay, if you want us to. A lot
of money. We had no idea what a booth cost at BizCon.
Yeah.
Right. It's expensive. So, so we set everything up, and thank goodness they had a guy from Portland that knows a lot about Nectar that was coming to BizCon just to tour it. Sat down with us the first day for about 3 or 4 hours and kind of guide us through things. But
it's from 10 to 5 at night, the whole show each day. And about 3 o'clock that first day, he's like, all right, y'all got it, and he left.
We thought he was kidding. We're like,
oh my
God.
Bro.
But no,
Didn't see him till the next morning.
We covered BizCon, and after that,
he's like, y'all got it.
After that, they just had us start doing vendor days and doing stuff on our own, because we can handle BizCon. We can handle about anything.
Exactly. CannaCon Chicago. We did CannaCon New York, NeCan Chicago, and BizCon. So once you do that,
we've done a few more than that too. But now we do vendor day. We've been pulling back on all those big shows. We've been concentrating more on small grow stores. We're trying to work with the local people. Yeah, Scott wants us to push.
Been to like a CannaCon or a MJ BizCon?
That's it.
Have you seen them? Oh, they're huge. They're crazy. They're huge displays, and that's not.
But they're more about the business people than the consumers or growers. They're more about like the companies, which is fine, company to company, business to business. But you know, our company's more about the local community, the local growers, the small growers and things like that. And so we've been kind of skipping out on all of that here recently. We haven't been in a year.
We had more luck at Rudig Organics going face to face with people, really connecting with the growers, than going to Vegas for a weekend and spending stupid money to talk to business people.
Yeah, that we're
gonna have more luck at this education day in Indiana than we'll have going to a big show.
More like getting people to learn about the product and learn about what it can do for you. Yeah. So, and plus Scott is really big on helping local. Well, Scott and Newton both are really big on helping local stores. Yeah. We try to tell people don't buy online. Try, if you can keep from it.
One thing everything. We love Amazon. We love Walmart.
Yeah, everybody does.
Don't buy your stuff on Amazon. You don't know how long it's been sitting, where it's been sitting.
We don't know where it comes from.
Root Organics, support Happy Hydro, support Grow Gear, support Indoor Earthworm, support your local
St. Louis people. Hydro, 314 Garden,
support your local people.
Yeah,
because they're putting gas in their car. They're doing stuff for their kids. They're not. I say, do you want to have Bezos another yacht, or do you want to help Mary get stuff from her store?
Nectar. If you don't, there are a lot of people out in the middle of nowhere that don't have a grow shop, and they do have a Oregon's Constant Gardener is online, and you can order straight from them, so that it's fresh and it's good. So you can do that, if you have to. But Scott would still rather you support local. He's really big on the local communities. So we have Rob and I actually man a small distribution center over on the Illinois side that distributes all the Nectar products and SLF to all of the Midwest grocery stores. So we go everywhere from Ohio to
Kansas City, Chicago.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we take that van and fill it up and just go everywhere to all the local grocery stores and deliver product to them. And we do grow classes.
Yeah.
So we hold grow classes at a lot of the stores. So we teach people growing, not just with nectar, but we focus mostly on nectar if we can. But it's just basically grow classes, beginning, intermediate, advanced level growing. So it's been fun so far.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yep. We're having a good time with it.
Indiana on the 11th of December?
Yeah. For a grow class at
Fred's.
Apple House.
At Fred's. That's the code word to get in. Just say, I'm here to see Fred.
I'm here to see Fred.
Okay.
I'm here to see Fred.
Y'all into a lot of secretive shit.
They'll just scream it over the loudspeaker. Fred!
Fred!
Somebody's here to see you!
Secret Nectar Society.
That's right. It's a club.
Everybody has this stereotyping of the pothead, of what a pothead looks like. It's not. That's not how it
That's
is.
so not true.
That's why the
So
homework heavy
not
class can be a bunch of
true.
potheads. No, it's not.
No.
No, that's not how it is.
There's not a stereotypical. I mean, these classes, they're everywhere from 70-year-olds to 20-year-olds that are there to learn, and it's everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's sharing with everybody.
Everybody wants to learn. Everybody wants to grow their own.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than buying from wherever or
Yeah.
know what goes into your body.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We always say, people that are gardening. There's a lot of people that are gardening, and nectar is great. And SLF both with gardens. We use it. We garden at home. We use it in our gardens. It's wonderful. The best vegetables you can grow. But we always say people that garden, are really excited about their plants and the fruit and vegetables it produces.
How I connect with people. Would you rather have a tomato or banana from Walmart, or would you rather have one that you make at your own garden?
Well, not a banana,
Well,
but a
all right.
tomato.
Yeah, tomato.
Are you
at
making
your own
bananas in
place.
your garden?
Well, that's how we connect with people. Because everyone has a homegrown tomato they love, and you get stuff from Walmart, you're like, oh my God, come on. That's not, how's that even,
Yeah.
doesn't taste like anything. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And it all transfers to cannabis. So.
That's true.
Yep.
That's a fact.
Yep.
All right, so a little bit more about your personal stuff. So you don't smoke now, but have you ever smoked before? You said you never?
No.
Not once
I've
ever.
always had, since I was like 18 or 19, I always had a job with the CDO.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or with some kind of drug testing
Right.
of some kind. Yeah. Yep. I know.
I just mean he a wild boy and he too straight laced.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do my fair share of fun.
Yeah, but, I mean, you are pretty straight-laced compared to everybody else, I guess.
Yeah, you can say that, yeah.
I gotta say, when they straight laced like that just be they got a whole other side. They be doing a bunch of other wild shit.
This
They
is
be
true.
Jumping out of
Yeah.
planes and
Yeah.
shit
We
like
can talk
that.
about that, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. I'd jump out of a plane, would you?
No, it's not crashing, no, why?
See, I would. He wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Why would you jump out of a plane?
I would.
Why?
I don't know. I like adrenaline.
That's too much.
We
Nah.
had our crazy motorcycle and car days, and
Yeah.
we've had fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was it like the Kawasaki's or y'all ride the Harleys?
No, crotch rockets. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I say my Harley thing, or is that going to offend too many people?
Yeah, don't do it. You don't. Nope. He'll be getting emails, and he'll be getting.
Nah, I'm just sending them to you. That's all.
Don't do it. It's not nice.
forwarding
No,
address.
we prefer
crotch rockets.
We prefer crotch
That's
rockets.
our
yes.
age group.
Yeah.
I got you.
And age feeling. We don't feel like we're Harley people yet.
Damn, he said you old if you got
I'm
one
of
of them.
the age for Harleys now.
Well, we
but
are
You see that
probably
beard
not
coming in soon.
We are probably year wise, but not like life wise.
In our hearts, we're not.
We still try to be young.
Yeah.
Try.
Yeah. I ride my own. I will not ride behind him.
Ooh, G
You run on the
shit.
back once.
One
to get
time.
ice cream, and she's like, "Oh hell no."
Nope. Ride my own. Can't do it.
I hate you going too fast.
No, he just drives like shit.
Just the control thing.
I taught him how to drive better, though. He learned a little
You
bit.
can drive home. You can drive that Nectar van around everywhere.
I'm just talking motorcycles. You drive that van well, but
I'm the only one that drives that.
bike, yeah.
I'm the only one that drives the van.
I drive that van.
the van and doing classes is awesome, but people don't realize you drive 5 hours.
Yeah.
And then you got to do a show and then you drive home, or you need to spend the night in a hotel. It's still like work.
That
Yeah.
van
Especially
is
on the
work to
weekend.
drive too. That van is the longest, tallest you can do, and that wind whips it around. Whew.
I can imagine.
We drove back in Oregon.
Really?
Yeah.
3 days, yeah.
Yeah, nah. I'm good on all of that.
It was
The USA's big. I had no idea.
I drove to Denver in like in a big ass U-Haul. It wasn't like one of the regular ones. It's more like a 15-footer with a trailer to the back of
Oh,
it.
hell no.
a lot of work. Yeah. Yeah.
That shit was ill.
The best thing though is when we drove back, we didn't plan like where we were going to stop and stuff, so we just kind of went with it. And we just randomly stopped, and we got to see a lot of cool stuff.
I know I didn't want to go through Montana because it might be snowy. So like, oh, let's take the southern road. What's the falls? Montezuma's Falls.
No, you keep saying that.
Multnomah Falls.
Multnomah Falls, big waterfalls, really pretty. You just stop in the middle of the highway
Columbia
and walk
River
across.
Valley. It's
and,
amazing.
Really?
Yeah, beautiful waterfalls you see. We in the middle of the night we had pulled over. And we're like, oh, here's a town to stay in. It was Twin Falls,
Gets late, you start
Idaho.
looking on the phone. Oh,
And we're like, oh, here we go. We'll get a hotel at Twin Falls, Idaho. We didn't know anything about it, So we're driving across and like, it's pitch black, nothing here.
Pitch black.
Oh, that's a scenic outlook. When we get up in the morning,
See in the morning. Fuck it.
yeah. So we get up at 6 a.m. We're gonna leave, and we're going across. And we're like, holy shit, that's the scenic outlook, and it's this huge river with this big old bridge. And as
Columbia
we're
River Gorge, where Evil Knievel did his jump.
Oh, that's dope.
yeah, and so we're going across, and Rob says, "Oh my God, look!" And I turn around and look, and there's like 5 guys coming across with parachutes, walking across the bridge. And so we pull over and stop and look, and they just start bailing off the side of the bridge, just jumping with their
One of the only
parachutes.
places in America you can
Base jump.
Base
It's
jump.
illegal to base jump there. Yeah. And they had a ultralight. Some guy was flying around in it, like
Videoing it, 'cause
videoing
they were
them
jumping.
like jumping. Yeah, it was really cool.
That's
I had
crazy.
no idea they do it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just shit like that we got to see on the way home that we didn't plan. It just happened, So
I
it was a
want-
cool trip.
I wonder how many times like that just kind of like that don't work out.
You hope not.
I don't
right?
want to know that,
Yo,
but man, that was dark. That went dark
I mean,
quick.
Hey,
I just think about that. Also, something like just letting all that shit happen all willy nilly. Like what just happens is just like
That went dark really
I'm
fast.
sure you don't want to know how many
didn't-
people die skydiving every year.
Then we died.
Probably
No.
not.
No.
Good for business.
No, I don't want to know.
that's wild that they just let them do that shit.
I know. Because I said, that's illegal. You can't base jump. That's illegal. And then I looked it up and I'm like, oh, they let them do that here. I thought I was watching some kind of illegal shit. I was like, all excited. Yeah, look at them breaking the law. Yeah. And then I was
they're
like,
doing backflips. They're like,
yeah, I was like, it's not as
Yeah.
exciting when I saw that it was legal. I'm like, well, yeah. Everybody does it, I guess. I don't know.
Dog, that's still
It was
wild.
still
That shit
cool,
you jumping
though.
off a
It was
bridge.
still cool, yeah. but
That's
it just-
crazy.
Yeah, it was really neat to see. Yeah, we got to see a lot of crazy things like that.
See, man, that's
Yeah, it's a good trip.
yeah.
It was long,
we got to
but
see the downfall of legalized drugs in Seattle and
well,
Portland.
just decriminalized.
Decriminalized?
I mean, that's getting a little political. We
Yeah,
don't
they
talk about
jumping
that,
off
but,
of bridges and shit. You right?
but no, it's just I don't know. It was good. Oh, we got to. So Scott took us along the coastline of the Pacific Northwest. We got along the coastline, and we stopped to look out at the ocean there, and there were whales. So we got to see just random whales in the water.
Yeah.
So that was neat.
Huh?
Yeah, there were whales. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. And like
what's it called?
10,000
sea lion
sea lions.
cave or something.
Yeah, like 10,000 sea lions down there
Like,
that just
you hear 'em from on
screaming.
top of the mountain.
Yeah, that was pretty neat.
Well, I never thought you could see that shit in America. Other than the
I
zoo.
know, just whales. And they said that whales aren't always there. It's just a certain time of year and that you don't always see them. So we got pretty lucky that they were there. So I was pretty excited about that. I didn't think I'd get to see whales.
You want to tell them about the Seabird Island in Oregon?
Oh, so
Back to nutrients.
here's another kind of cool thing. So a lot of these, what we were saying that you don't have to have all these bottles. So Scott did a lot of these bottles to help out. So a lot of people started using things like bat guano and molasses and things like that.
Worm castings, all
You know,
that
things like that. So let's say like the bat guano. So he didn't want to use bat guano because
stuff. Where does it come from?
to acquire the bat guano, they go places and they blow out the side of a mountain. They get all the bat guano, and then the bat's habitat is ruined. The bats can't come back to it. The
It's
side of the
bat
mountain's
shit,
ruined.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
So the bat's habitat's ruined. The side of the mountain's torn up. There's
All
nowhere
the
else for the
bats
bats to
die.
go, and then that's the end of it. And then they just go find another mountain to tear up. So Scott's answer to that, Scott and Frank, they both own the company, their answer to that was they did research and found out that seabird guano, seabird shit, worked exactly the same, worked just as well. So there's a island out in Oregon that the seabirds have just taken over, and it's just white.
You look at it from Google Earth, it is white.
It's just white. So they go out and scrape all that, take all that off that island. So they clean that island up and use that instead of bad guano. So they're actually cleaning up the earth, using it for the same thing instead of ruining the earth. So it's, he does things like that. So
he plenty of seagulls. The next month later, it's all
done again. So he answers the need for a lot of these products, but does it in a way that is friendly to the earth, and a lot of them are actually healthier for the plant than like the molasses and things like that. He does it in a different way. He's very earth friendly and has found ways around it where it works a little bit better. So that's just another little fact. Yeah. So yeah, I'd forgotten about that. Good reminder.
Yeah, trying to get us off back on where we should be.
I like how you censored yourself too, with the guano.
Yeah. Well,
instead of saying shit.
Well, that's what it's called. Even on the bottles, it says bat guano. Bat guano is just a thing. It's just even people that tour caves and stuff call it guano.
We break it down in layman's term, bat shit. Yeah.
When you say bat shit, you think of crazy. Bat shit crazy. You don't think of guano.
Yeah, that's true.
She's been called bat shit a time or two.
No, not me. No. You don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I know.
It's going to be a long drive home, buddy.
That's right.
She's driving because I drive bad. Right?
Then you'll walk.
Yeah, you should have known that, dog.
She couldn't pull the truck out of the garage down there.
No.
You got to wait till you get in the car, then you start talking shit.
Yeah.
I'm all the time. For better or worse.
He doesn't even know up from down.
Which side am I supposed to, the mic I'm supposed to talk into? That's the hardest part of the episode so far. Figure out which side of the mic to talk into.
This guy. Jeez.
All right, Chris, so I need to know your first smoking story.
My very first one?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I tried it probably a couple of times in high school.
So Lake of the Ozarks, 1990.
I just fell asleep, though. It wasn't anything good. It was crap. So my first really good smoking story was actually probably with my son, my youngest son.
That's what's up.
Smoking with him. Yeah, so he actually went with me to buy my first bong, helped me pick it out, helped me set it up, taught me how to use it. And then whenever I did use it, I didn't do a very good job of it. We had already smoked a joint, and he had already gotten me already strong, and he'd already got me high enough that whenever he broke my bong out and started teaching me how to use it, I was already too high and
couldn't figure it out.
I couldn't pull the thing at the right time.
I know.
And so everybody just sit around and made fun of me the whole time. So I gave up. I was like, I'll do this when nobody's around. So then I would sneak my bong out and do it at night when nobody's around so I could teach myself how to do it, and I'd watch videos.
She'd YouTube how to do a bong rip.
Because I'm this, 45-year-old woman that had never used one, so I had to get on YouTube and figure out how to use it.
We got to go back before that.
What?
Throwing the cart out of the window, going from Colorado to Wyoming.
Yeah, I had never really smoked, and we went to on a vacation. We went to Wyoming. So he was working in North Dakota on the oil field, and so I flew to North Dakota, and we went on vacation for a week, and we rented a car and drove to Wyoming to see Post Malone in concert at this rodeo. So after we left there, we went through Colorado. We stayed in Colorado for a week, and for 4 days.
This is before all of this. Mm-hmm. This was 3 or 4 years ago. I was very anti.
Oh,
you shouldn't do that.
4 years ago or whatever. So we're driving through, and he said, "Hey, there's a dispensary. Do you want to stop and get you something?" I was like, "What? Really? Okay." So we stop, and I go in, and I tell the girl, I'm like, I don't really know what I'm doing in here. So she picks out a pen and a cartridge, and sends me with that. So I'm like, okay, cool. So, of course, the whole time I'm trying this cartridge.
Trying to figure it out. And
I did, though, but it just made me tired. And so I was missing half of our vacation because I would just sleep. So then, and as we're leaving, we're going back to...
legal in Colorado. Mm-hmm. We're driving back through Wyoming. What am I going to do this? I can't.
I'm like, oh my God, we're going to go into a different state. It's going to be illegal. This one little cartridge. So I literally rolled down the window and threw it out.
I said, how many carts and bags of weed do you think you're right on the state line?
I'm like, I don't know, but I'm not getting caught with one. Now I look back and think, oh my God. What was wrong with me?
Right?
Oh my
That's
gosh.
funny as hell,
What
yo.
an
But that's
idiot.
how we all started.
Yeah, what happened?
What I keep telling people, that was, let's say, 5 years ago. Where were we 2 years ago?
No,
Where are
for
we
real, though.
now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are we going to be 2 years in the future?
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like that long we've been growing, but one thing we have to remember is we have had, we're very lucky we have had the owners of these companies teaching us how to
The best
grow.
mentors you can have.
So we literally, if something's up, we literally just call these guys and we're like, ooh, look at this, what's happening, you know? And so these guys literally walk us through it. So
The owners are like celebrities. They're the beard.
they're such great
Stop,
growers.
the
Yeah.
beard. That's,
Yeah.
everybody
So-
knows them.
Yeah.
So in all reality, that's worth, I don't know how many years of, of growing. So it feels like we've been growing a lot longer.
There's a
than
lot
we
of people that struggle growing because they either don't reach out or don't know how to reach out or don't want to
have. Or
ask
don't
questions.
have that available. But,
It's amazing where we are right now where, like we were talking before, in the past, I'm not telling you what lights I use. I'm
Yeah.
not telling you what soil I
it
use. I'm
used
not
to be
telling you
so
how I do this.
secretive,
Like, hush, hush, hush.
And
Why do you
now-
think that
it's
is?
so-
Well, I think before, number one, it was because it was so highly illegal
highly
before.
illegal.
But also, I think it just wasn't a community like it is now. Like, people just weren't such a community. They were growing good weed and, they didn't want anybody else to know how they were doing
You're doing
it.
it on top of a mountain in
You know.
Cali, and you don't want anybody within a mile of your place.
Yeah.
'Cause you don't want
You know.
anybody to know anything.
That makes
So,
sense.
yeah, but now we've actually turned it into a community where people enjoy being together and enjoy helping each other and, want to learn from each other.
I
And
go back
it's,
to the Fred story. Oh, ask for Fred. I'm like, Fred's probably a cop and we're going to get busted trying to grow weed. Oh, my God.
yeah, I never
But
thought
it's not
that.
how
You
it is
did.
nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
No, I mean to make you feel better. I threw some joints out at a float trip. So
yeah. I mean,
They'll
I
bust
could
you
do
down there in Missouri. Though.
yeah, that was a couple of years back. I was a little nervous. I was
Yeah,
pissed
I mean-
because like they were in a baggie, right? And so like, we're just having fun, getting ready to start smoking, and all of a sudden I see them pull out, but they pulled out on some other people, and I was just like, and so I just
Yeah.
lightly just kind of put it in the water. And I
Yeah.
was hoping I could kind of keep it along just in case.
Yeah,
I could still pick
yeah.
it up once we got away, but it flew a little too far away.
Aren't you glad it's not like that anymore?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
it's,
just crazy.
so
the-
nice.
What's the city of St. Louis? They put out the memo. You can
Oh,
have-
in the beginning, yeah. Don't you
Damn near
remember that when they
pound or
said,
something,
yeah.
yeah.
I think it was 500 grams. They're not gonna mess with you or something like that. I can't remember. It's in
Yeah, I
early
think
days.
it's under an ounce. Yeah, I think you
Was
have
it
an ounce.
something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a waste of their time to have to deal with all that. They're not messing with all that. I mean, it's just weed. They don't. That's just a waste of their time to have to deal with all that.
Oh yeah.
I just think where it is now, where's it going to be in 2 more years?
They've got a lot bigger problems to worry with than that. So
I mean, really, everybody was doing that anyway. So.
smell that one. Smell how gassy that one is. That one's Mule Fuel. No, that one's a pretty gassy one.
Her
The other
first-
one was-
we have separate crops. She grows a crop, I grow a crop.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one she grew, burned her nose.
Yeah, I had a Mule Fuel crop that was so gassy that it would burn your nose hairs. It was it was a little gassy. So I just switched that over into those bags. So I don't know how settled that is.
Okay.
Yeah, but that one's good. That was pretty gassy. Yeah, I don't mess with his crops. He didn't mess with mine.
I like it.
I don't water her plants. She doesn't water
Nope,
mine.
because I like to do mine the way I like to do them. He does his the way he does them.
That's what's up. A little
tell you.
friendly competition in
Yep,
the
I tell
household.
him,
I like that.
It's really not a competition.
Well, my peanut butter breath was better than yours too.
What about that Mule Fuel?
My Mule Fuel was better. It was
I think, just
mine
took
burnt your
ranking.
nose.
But we had a friend that said he got him too high. Is that possible?
Yeah, you can, I mean, if you start getting like anxiety and stuff, it may not be the right strain for him. So, yeah. So
We equate it to beer.
Yeah.
Some people like IPAs. Some people like Budweiser. Some people like Mick Ultra. Some people like whatever. So it's different weed for different people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and for the longest time, I could not tell the difference in strains. Like people would say, "Oh, well, the indica and the sativa, and this one makes me tired, and this one doesn't," and blah blah blah. And for the longest time, I was just like, "It all does. It all makes me tired. It all does this and that." And now that we grow our own, we grow them, organically and whatever. I can tell the difference. I know which ones to smoke before I go to bed, and which ones to smoke when I get up, and which ones,
Yep.
and I couldn't do that before. Now there's a big difference in them, so I can tell.
You're a true aficionado.
Well, I mean, it's just I can just tell the difference when it's clean, when it's cleaner weed and stuff, when it's not sprayed with PGRs and it's not all weighted down with nastiness,
That's right. What do we name it? Smokalier?
I think so. Yeah, Smokalia.
Yeah.
Instead of a sommelier, a
Yeah.
smogalia. That's good. Yep, that's good. Well, and you can feel also the difference in organic weed. You know, it's not like that rock hard.
Yep.
That have any of that, you know, that crap sprayed all over it and whatever. It's a little softer.
Has some
squishier.
life in it.
Yeah. Well, and you know, in the
People
beginning.
don't know any better.
Well, in
That's
the
what's
beginning
crazy.
when we started doing
Weed's
this,
like shit.
people would be like, "Why is it so soft?" And I'm like, "Because it's not
It's supposed to be.
rolling out of, you know, wherever
turkey
in a
bag.
bag in a that's been sitting forever with PGR sprayed all over it." And people thought those rock hard nugs were, you know,
What it's supposed to be.
what it's
No,
supposed to be for
hell
the
no.
longest time. And they're finally becoming more discerning about what they're putting in their bodies and realizing that this soft stuff is okay too. You know, it's
People are now just starting to realize they're not supposed to cough like a bunch.
For real.
I know.
Not
Yeah.
supposed to burn your lungs.
Yeah.
The old people always say, "Oh, if I ain't cough, if I
that's
don't
not
cough,
hitting
I
hard
don't
enough."
get off." And I'm like, "That's not true at all. Like that is not true." Like,
That means
would-
you're smoking some mids.
yeah, yes. I would rather that not happen to me. Thank you. Yeah, I don't want my throat to burn and I can't breathe when I'm done. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah, fuck this shit.
Yeah, and I just started trying wax and stuff with my son. He got me
Really?
trying it just a little bit. I don't do it a ton, but a little bit. Yeah, so
I'm the same way.
yeah, not a ton, but every once in a while, he has like a Puffco, and well, my first time to try that was an accident. I was at
Canicon.
Canicon in New York, and we're really good friends with a lot of people in the industry, and it was Rick from Mosca Seeds, and our buddies from Fish Shit. So they're all, we walk in, we love the Fish Shit guys. Oh my God, they're some of my favorite
They're
people in all the
awesome.
world.
Really?
Love them with all my heart. So
I've been hearing a lot about them.
oh God, I love these guys. So we're with them a lot. We love them a lot. So we
You need Joe on here.
yeah, we need to get Joe on here. Yeah.
I mean, for real, though.
Oh,
hook that shit
we need
up.
Mitch on here. He would be good too. So, or Kyle, all of them, Tyler. So anyway, I walk over and I just come out somewhere. We're just talking to the Grove Bad guys or something. I walk around the corner and I see Rick holding something, and they're all standing there. And Rick says, "Here you go. Do you want to hit?" And I thought he's handing me a bone.
She didn't realize how fucked up they all were.
I didn't know. I couldn't see
I
it
walked
looking
up and
at
I
him.
could tell, like, y'all are fucked up.
And I didn't pay attention, and I thought Rick was handing me a bong, so I just leaned over and took a big old rip.
And they're all like, whoa.
I didn't realize it was a Puffco and that was wax, and I didn't know it. And oh my Lord, I mean, it hit me. I had to go sit down.
Yup.
We went back to our booth, and we had customers come up talking, and I literally stood up and I went, and I looked at him and I'm like, just sit
Honey,
down.
I got this. Sit down. I
Like,
got
the
this. I'll
words
talk to
wouldn't
these people.
come from my brain to my mouth. And I sat down, and when I got up, I said, "How long have I been sitting there?" I felt like I've been sitting there like 2 hours. He said, "No, like 10 or 15 minutes." I was like, "Oh my God."
That's fucked up. You got dabbed. The first time you ever got dabbed, that was at an event.
Yes, I didn't realize what I had done. I had no idea what he had in his hand. And I mean, they made fun of me. They laughed so hard for hours.
Still the story they tell.
Damn.
Yeah, it was bad.
That's the big thing in the industry when you're doing events. When you're going to see people, keep it under control. You're in a professional environment.
Yeah, and we do.
Yeah, we do. But there's some people that just
Sometimes they just get a little out
think
of
it's a party
control.
24/7.
Ah, yeah.
We're here for business. You know?
Yeah.
But you know, you don't see that often.
I know.
You see it afterwards sometimes, but it's not. Yeah, not that many people do it. The community overall is pretty chill. Pretty.
Well, there's a lot of different. I feel like there's a lot of different faces in games in this
yeah.
industry. So it's like, you know,
Oh yeah.
a lot of interesting people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we
yeah.
love everybody at all these. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
they're everybody's so great at all the CanCons and stuff, and all through all the companies. They're nice.
Yeah.
I have a big thing. We're new to the industry. We didn't know who you knew and who you were friends with. And who
We
you
don't know of
didn't.
any beef between
You know,
anybody, and we don't want to
That
know.
was the greatest thing. That's what we told Scott Newton. We're like, we don't want to know anything. We're just be
Yep.
happy to everybody.
We don't
Yep.
know anybody that owes anybody money.
Yeah.
We don't know anything, and we keep it that way so we can be friends with everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Yep.
that is to our benefit because we're cool to everybody and they're all cool to us. So
Word up.
Yep. And we're like, if any of you guys don't like each other, nobody ever tell us because
Yeah.
we're going to be best friends with everybody.
we don't care. Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Like,
Nope.
it's just like, you know, not everybody's issue is somebody else's issue. Like,
Yep.
it should never be like that.
Yeah, we don't want in on the gossip. We just
Yeah.
want to hang out and be friends with everybody.
Yeah, for real.
Well, and that's what reps should be, you know.
Like, that's just what people should be in general.
In
Oh,
general,
yeah.
you should.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. We're friendly. We like everybody.
You need one of those.
I know.
A joint roller?
We talked about it at Rooted Organics because I didn't have any cones there, remember?
Yeah.
And all I had were some papers, and
She can't roll a joint, so.
Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at it. I should be practicing because, I mean, come on. I should be able to do that.
So.
Yeah, I was gonna see if you wanted to do a joint roller kind of.
Oh my God, you would be so ashamed of me.
It wouldn't even.
I don't know.
Hold.
It would
I'm not very
literally
good.
just
It wouldn't
hold
even
up and
roll.
just fall apart. Like, it would be so bad. So my dad and my stepmom are at my house right now. They're staying with us for a little while. And my dad, oh my God, my dad said, man, he said, I used to drive down the road and roll it with one hand. He said, it'd come out perfect. He said, now when I try, he said, they come out looking pregnant. He said, big old fat in the
Hands all
middle. And he
shaking.
said, it barely holds together.
Yeah.
He said, back in the day, I'd drive and do it with one hand. Yeah, I said, I wish I could do that.
Yeah, that's a goal. My
Yeah.
dad really want to
Yeah.
be able to do that for real.
Yep, yep. I can remember as a little kid being young, and I can remember his tray sitting out, and I can remember all the seeds on one side. Because back in the day, you know, it was like brickweed.
Yo.
You'd be like using a chisel and hammering it off and get like all the seeds out of it.
Yeah, you got seeds, you give them out to people, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't find seeds much anymore.
Yeah, you don't. She's pissed if we have a seed in any of our stuff.
We'd be trimming, and I'm like,
Yeah.
was that a seed? He's like,
Maybe not. I threw it away. Like, come on.
there's not usually many. Like a little bitty pre-seed.
I like that.
Not in my crops, there aren't.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy how much that's changed in the last. People have gotten so much better at growing.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Well, genetics have gotten better too.
Oh, yeah.
Genetics, nutrients, you know, a lot of
learning from
products.
everybody.
And what's available is better too. What you can get to.
Mule Fuel?
That one's Mule Fuel? Yeah, I like that one. That was my favorite of the two.
That's the Thug Pug.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah.
Is that my Mule Fuel or yours?
Ooh, I don't know. No, that's his Mule Fuel.
Oh, it is?
But
Oh,
of the
okay.
two strains, I do like that strain
okay.
better. Yeah. I like that one better. That's a Thug Pug genetic. I like it.
This is good.
I like it. It's a good
You just
one.
have to flavor with this one for real, for real.
It is good, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it too. Everybody likes that Cuntz though. Everybody wants us to keep that one. I keep saying I'm gonna get rid of it, but all my friends and family complain. You know, we supply
Stop
my
smoking?
friends and family. Yeah, we supply my friends and family.
There you go.
I mean, we're on into it.
There
so
you go.
That is good. That's a good one.
She knew what it was when she signed up.
We just have our legal grow, our 5 planes and stuff, but my friends and family that are close to us, you know, smoke some with us because they know it's clean and whatever. And they all really like that Cuntz.
Yeah.
It's good. We've had it a long time. I think my son picked it out because of the name. You know, we ended up liking it.
I thought that might have been you that came up with it.
Nope. It's a strain. I can't remember.
Clearwater?
Genetics, I think, is who.
Okay.
I think is who bred that. Yeah. It's one of the ones we tried in the early days before we had found the genetics people that we really liked, the local ones. So.
What local genetics are you been
We
running?
haven't tried any Tree 1-4 yet. We want to. That's on our list to try.
Shout
We're
out
wanting
Jay.
to try. Yep, we're wanting to try some of his
do.
stuff. That's on our list to try next. I think we're getting ready to run some of his because we've been doing Mosca out of Rockford, Illinois, and now we want to try one that's like local in town.
Yeah.
Chicago's such a hot spot. That's what everybody uses in Chicago. And there's
Okay.
so many good growers in Chicago, so many good grower stores in Chicago. We could do something in Chicago every weekend.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we've got Tree 1-4 on our list for the next lineup.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I got to pass this to K Valley real quick.
Down in the valley where the girls get naked.
You didn't hear it? You know that one?
Yeah, have you ever seen the show P Valley?
No, not yet. It's on our list.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's where that came
It's
from.
on my watch list.
What is it?
I'll show you when we get home. It's on my watch list. I will include you in this one.
We don't have a lot of time to.
Yeah, we
It's a downfall.
work, then come home and work, and then you know,
It's a little
Go load
intense.
the van.
yeah.
It's a little intense in certain spots, but
all
overall,
right.
it's pretty lit.
Oh, I'm excited about it.
It's
It's on my watch list. Yeah. I got a list going, so
That's what's up. Okay, so let's see. Top 3 people that are alive you smoke with.
say that again.
Top 3 that are alive that you would smoke with.
That I would smoke with. Oh, Seth Rogen.
Okay.
Yep, he'd be one of them. Post Malone. That's my number one.
Okay.
Posty number one, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Posty's your number one everything, right?
Oh, Posty's my number one everything. But Posty, probably Seth Rogen, and
We pretty much smoked with Wiz Khalifa, pretty much.
at his concert, he might as well be.
You were smoking, he was smoking. It's pretty much the
everyone
same,
was
right?
smoking.
Yeah,
Pretty
he
close.
is.
We're pretty close.
God, who would my third be? Oh, it's so hard to decide. There's
Liz
so
is
many.
definitely a bucket list.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
So let's see. God, so many I want to do. Who would you think of for me?
I thought of Posty. Come on.
No. I feel like I would probably go with.
You drawing a blank?
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to pick. So, would it be a musician or would it be just like a, like a hottie? I'm trying to think if it'd be a hot guy. Yeah, because because I'm always ready to look at. Because I'm not really going to look at Seth, and I'm not. Yeah, Posty's hot, but I'm just saying, would it be somebody that's good? Or I could do a chick, I guess. Do a hot chick. Yeah, that'd be a good one too.
I was thinking like everybody has the Willie Nelson story. You ever heard the Willie Nelson story?
No.
You got to be a girl in the industry to have this story. Well, I got a buddy who's Willie Nelson was in town, and he said, "Hey, give me the best weed you got." Oh, I know this guy. Come buy our weed. I went on Willie Nelson tour bus and smoked weed with Willie Nelson. Everyone tells that story.
Oh, because I have the best weed.
I had the best weed. Willie Nelson
Yeah.
said he wants as much as I got of my weed because Willie Nelson
Yeah,
stole
we
the
hear
best
everybody
weed.
say that.
That's like the token
Everybody's told
grower
that.
story. We're like, I've heard that 100 times.
Like
Do
1,000
that shit
times,
actually taste
yeah.
good though? Would they be saying that?
Right now.
No, he would know.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's
He would
everybody's
know,
story.
But yeah,
Well,
he
Chris,
would know. Everybody says it.
Do it ever taste good?
I mean, I don't know. I don't. So
She said no.
Nectar has made most of us like
We're weed snobs.
weed snobs.
We don't smoke other people's weed.
It's hard to. I mean, I'll be nice sometimes and do it, but usually I just decline and say, "Oh no, thanks, I'm good." So because I don't like to smoke cardboard, so I'm usually well,
Whoa.
So I like I want my weed to taste good. Weed should taste good.
We.
Weed should taste good. Do you not agree? It should taste good.
1,000% agree. I feel like it should taste good. It shouldn't be harsh. What else?
Yeah.
Like it should look good too.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's and it all looks a little different. You can't hold to the
You shouldn't be
hard.
doing it just to be doing it.
Yeah.
No,
Not for real, though.
It should, yeah.
You should have a purpose. You should want it to taste good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You just don't wanna,
and
I'm
excited
gonna smoke
about
all day,
it.
Just smoke
and-
all day. That's not.
Yeah.
Not for
That's
real
not
though.
our genre.
Yeah,
I feel like if you're just smoking all day, you smoking mids.
probably.
can't
Yeah,
smoke the good
because if
stuff,
you
right?
can just
Yeah.
keep smoking and keep smoking, there's no way I could just keep smoking all day on that. No way. I just couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't probably function with it. So, no way.
I feel like if you actually got things going on, you can't just consistently smoke all day.
Right.
Like for real, for real.
How about Nelly? I could smoke with Nelly.
Let me hit him up.
Yeah, on the two-way. If Yachty smoked, I'd smoke with Yachty, but he probably
He
doesn't
probably
smoke.
can't now. He's not playing. Right?
Oh yeah, I do that too.
I thought they don't get drug tested.
Well, he's
I think that's
done
NBA.
now, but
NBA did that where they don't.
he's done now.
I think the MLB. I don't think the MLB ever got drug tested for weed.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Honestly.
Yeah,
Oh, my bad. Were you done?
because they're both cute. Oh yeah, I'm good. No, they're both cute. I could smoke with both of them. Yeah. Yachty's my next husband, so
Oh shit.
He's retired and moved to
it's all right.
back to Puerto Rico, wherever
right.
he's from, right?
It's all right.
You sure you? No, that means you got to spend time with him now.
That's all right. I'll be all right with that. I'll be all right with that.
I don't know. I feel like retired Yachty. He might be a little
A
annoying.
little different than maybe
Different?
because he's not gone playing all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe true.
Saw what Tom did.
It's probably painfully obvious now that I like face tats and neck tats, I guess, because I got Yachty and Posty both, so it must be obvious. So
Rob, I don't know. You better get something going, dog.
Can't do
Yeah,
that. Can't mess up his pretty face.
That's right. The money maker.
that's right. Yeah.
Yachty's pretty ugly to begin with. So.
So have you seen the 12-foot skeletons, the big tall skeletons for Halloween? You know
No.
what those are. So they've got these 12-foot tall skeletons for Halloween, and they're hard to get. They're really hard to get. Like you have to. They have these drops for them, like they have drops for shoes, and you can get them. They call it Code Orange, and it's like one day a year that they drop them, and you can get them. So I got one finally. I love Halloween, so I got
Got
one
up at 3 in the
finally.
morning to.
Yeah, to get up and get this skeleton. So I got this skeleton, and it literally stands 12 feet tall. So and everybody names them, like Bona Lisa and, something with skeleton stuff. So I named mine Bones Malone, and I drew all of Posty's tattoos all over his head, and then I put big rhinestones on his teeth for the diamonds.
That's dope.
Yeah, so he's Bones Malone.
That's dope.
Yeah, we were going to call him...
and she put it out in August. So we had Halloween for like 2 solid months.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Well, I had to get my money's worth out of him.
Put a lot of time in it, you're going to show it off.
Yeah. I was going to call him Post My Bones, but one of my kids said that sounded pornographic, so we went with Bones Malone. So.
Yeah, between that and Bona Lisa.
Yeah, see,
Bona
Lisa.
like
See, I know that there are so many creative names that they come up with. So
you definitely should have did Post My Bones. That sounds way better.
See,
that's lit.
See,
that's lit.
Well, I was laughing earlier because we were talking about how many people were in the Nectar Facebook group, and we're like, oh, there's 4,000 people in there now, and I said, well, that's nothing compared to the 12-foot skeleton group on Facebook that has 51,000 people in it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
51,000 people. They get in there and look at people's pictures with their skeletons.
I said, do you dress them up and all that too?
Oh, yeah, a lot of people do. I didn't put anything on mine this year, but so if people want to keep them up and their HOA gets onto them and stuff, they'll put pilgrims costumes on them for Thanksgiving
Santa
or
hats and shit.
Santa hats so they can keep them up. Yeah, it's
That's
pretty
dope.
funny. Yeah, they have them standing next to their house holding the Christmas lights up, like they're putting Christmas lights on the house and stuff. And you wouldn't believe how many HOA letters they post there, and you read the letters and you see how the HOA is telling them, if you don't take these down, we're going to fine you every day. And it's really funny. Yeah. Where we live, they don't give a shit. No. They're like, do whatever you want.
Yeah. It's weird having people slow roll by your house.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, was it the cops?
We're like, why are people rolling so slow by the house? And because they're looking at the Halloween decorations. Yeah, you have little kids hanging out the car yelling at them. Yeah.
That's funny.
People will be jogging and stop and take pictures with them. Yeah, it's really funny.
So do you do anything for Christmas then?
No.
No?
Nah, I don't really.
Christmas.
I'm not big on Christmas.
She's a Halloween one.
Yeah, that's how K Valley is too.
Yeah. See? Yeah, you get it then. Yeah, it's like Halloween is so easy. Like every kid is just thrilled with one little piece of candy, and you can
eat whatever you want.
Yeah, you can wear costumes and be whatever you want to be, and nobody makes fun of you. It's all about fun. And then Christmas rolls around, and then you got to worry about somebody got me something, I got to get you something.
Nice,
you got to
not nice enough.
And then it's just stressful. Christmas is nothing but stress,
Yeah.
I mean, I love it for the little kids and for the grandkids stuff. That's great.
Yeah.
But as far as all the adult stuff goes, and I love being with my family, but it's just stressful. Yeah. Yes.
Stressful.
So I'm a Halloween fan, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, we do it good on Halloween. We have a good Halloween.
Yeah.
Halloween around here is great. I'm from Oklahoma, and it's fun there. But man, they do Halloween right around here, like where we live over in Illinois. Dude, all of the neighborhoods. Everybody just parks at the end of their driveway with a fire pit and a cooler full of beer and
roasting hot dogs.
Oh yeah, they roast hot dogs and popcorn and give it out to you and beer out to you when you bring your kids around to trick or treat. And hell, you'd be walking around with 2 beers and a hot dog and a popcorn, and they do it right. Yeah, yeah, it's fun around here. Yeah, I like it around here.
But they were still sneaking off behind the bushes to go smoke. So.
Yeah. Y'all have had to tell jokes to get the candy?
No. They make you do that?
No.
St. Louis thing.
Really? I know about 550 pirate jokes, so that would have worked.
She was a pirate for Halloween, so she had to research pirate jokes.
Nice.
Well, I dropped the ball at my office. They have a dress-up day, and we were too busy, so I have these dumb glasses that are like funny glasses with the parrot on them and like the pirate beard and this, so I just wore those and then just told pirate jokes all day. But we know pirate jokes are a thing anyway, so yeah, it's kind of our thing. Yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah. It's easy to
I can't tell jokes because I tell them bad, so she pretty much just does them for me. So I just have to sit and laugh. And tell everybody that was my joke, not hers.
He just tells them wrong. He just stops and they're just wrong. So.
Like a true dad.
Well, he doesn't know the beginning or the end.
Or the top or bottom.
Yeah. Dad jokes, that's all you got, dad jokes. And they're not like jokes that you memorize and tell, they're just made up on the spot. Yeah.
Those are the best ones.
I just roll my eyes.
Improv.
I got nothing.
Yeah. That's why he likes to go new places and meet new people. Because then you can say the same dad jokes, so they are memorized, I guess.
You tell jokes to.
Yeah, so right. I guess that some of them are memorized because he'll say some of the same things and people will laugh at it, and he's like, "Oh man, new people that laugh at my dumb shit."
So every time you people come visit from St. Louis, what are the things you do in St. Louis for new people?
Oh my gosh.
A Adults.
Doesn't matter to anybody.
Probably the City Museum.
Oh, that's my favorite place here.
Yeah.
You gotta do fun stuff.
So listen what he
You can do
does.
City Museum anywhere. You gotta do fun stuff.
So
We
listen
need to
what-
do the City Museum anywhere.
anywhere. No, we need down here.
So our number one,
Ours, yours.
we've been doing it forever. You can see it out your window.
The Arch?
But wait,
You pull up on the arch. Back when you
on
used
the
to be able to drive
street,
through it.
on the street,
You go,
roll
Hey,
down your
man,
window.
where's the
roll down
arch?
your window, and you ask people on the street, "Where's the
It's
arch
the
at?
funniest thing.
Where's the
Everybody
arch?
does
Excuse
it.
me, ma'am. Can you
And they
tell
all
me where
point
the
straight
arch
up.
is?" And everybody goes, "Right
it's the
there."
funniest thing.
And when people are out of town, they just think it's hilarious
It's the funniest thing in the car.
until they don't speak your language, and then they're screaming at you in a different language.
They didn't know what we were saying.
And you're like, "Oh my gosh."
That's our most St. Louis thing to do. We did that with Newt when he was in town.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
God, the owner best. I think they had us go
I've
back and do it
never-
twice
Yeah,
more.
They still laugh.
I've
did.
never
Well,
thought of doing
On
that.
4th Street, right in front of the.
Oh, it's
the
actually
courthouse.
pretty funny. It's actually
This is how I
next
know
time.
you are really a dad.
Do it
Only a
next
dad
time.
would think of
Do it
doing
next
some
time. It's
shit
funny.
like that.
I've been doing this forever.
that's not the only one either, but it's but it is actually a little bit
we
funny.
always say that's the most. You want to do the most St. Louis thing.
Excuse me, ma'am, can you tell me
They're
where the
like,
arch
they're like
is?
same thing. Oh, City Museum, the brewery. No, hold on. Let's go see the arch.
Yeah.
Ask where the arch is.
Oh Lord, yeah,
So I sent a picture to Scott and Newton. I say, hey, y'all know where the arch is?
yeah.
All right,
Right out the window.
I gotta ask the best question now. How did y'all meet?
We can't.
We met online in 1998.
Wait, are you asking us because you know the answer?
No.
Oh, okay.
We
Wow.
met by accident online in 1998. Yeah. They did not have instant messaging back then. There wasn't anything back then. He had just graduated high school and he was going to college at SIUE in computer for IT computer stuff. And back then, MSN had the gaming site had like this internal messaging
You
thing.
could play games with
I
people.
know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one day it messed up and quit. And so my girlfriend and I, my best friend, worked across town and we would message each other. I was in Oklahoma and it quit. So we posted in this thing that said, "Hey, it's not working. Can somebody help us?" And he helped. And we just started chatting, started talking, and we just grew up talking. Like he'd been dating this same girl here since he was 16. I helped him figure out how he was going to propose to her. Like he watched my kids grow up playing soccer, just friends, like just.
We didn't meet for real till what, 2010?
Yeah,
2011?
You got married in 2005,
Right.
and we quit talking for like 2 years then. When
It wasn't
he
like
got
a
married.
daily thing. It was just whatever,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
That's hard.
only when I was at work, and I was married. But when he got married, we quit talking for like 2 years. I said, go put all your effort into your marriage. Let's just not really talk or anything. And then he popped back up. Things weren't going great, and so we started talking again. But we both ended up divorced.
She was getting divorced. I was getting divorced.
So we reached out,
And
we're
we still
"Hey."
just kept talking.
Yeah.
Like, we always joked that, like, well, we'll never meet. So we told everybody.
We told each other everything, the
All
good,
bad
bad, the
stuff I did, all the
ugly,
bad stuff she did.
everything. And so we thought we're never going to meet in person. So then we ended up divorced, and I said, "Why don't we meet in person?" And we were both like, "Ugh, but I know everything about you. This could go bad." But we met in person and started dating after that.
Worked out.
Yep, worked out. Now
That's
we're married.
tight.
So we've known each other a really long time, like known each other.
That's tight.
Yeah. Don't know what I was thinking.
Our first date was Johnny's.
Oh, do you remember Johnny's?
Johnny
Johnny's?
Rockets.
No, like
The old Johnny's.
old
and Soulard?
Johnny's and Soulard so they dressed kind of like they did at Social House, like painted themselves and like that.
DBs, right?
What
yeah,
year was
DBs.
this been?
Oh, 2011.
It's kind of like
I graduated
Okay.
high school
yeah,
in
it was
2011.
almost just like DVs. Yeah, just kind of like that. Yeah, it was about the same.
You was out there at that age?
That age?
It's pretty much like DBs, just
That's what he
Okay,
said.
no, yeah, I've been DBs.
Yeah, but he said it was about like it's
That's
about.
crazy. What your young ass doing out? See, you was,
But no,
you
that
never
was
know
our
what
first
you know.
date.
Shit, it's possible.
Yeah, that was our first date. I'm like, this where you taking me on our first date? Must have worked, I guess.
what's the words?
Yeah.
No, I was trying to see if he had like some type of good line or something like that. That's
Your dad jokes, but not really.
I had a webcam in 1998. I took my
He
parents.
created one.
I had my parents' old video camera, and there was an S video, and I had an S video card in my computer at the time to watch TV.
oh wait.
I'm like, I've got a cable to hook from my video camera to my TV. I wonder if this will work. Real Player, the program Real Player back then.
Yeah.
They had an option where you could hook up as video, and I'm like, I can see myself on the computer back in 1998.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So I could see him, but he couldn't see
Yeah,
me.
he could see me. I couldn't see her.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
So
probably
you
what got me in.
weren't afraid of being catfish?
That
He
was always
was.
a joke. That was like before anything even like
Even
remotely.
before catfish, but he kind of was because, I mean, I'd send him pictures all the time. And then we were even talking to Fred's cell phones. Like, I'd send you pictures on that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But when I first came here, he got me a hotel, and we live in Edwardsville. He lived in Edwardsville. He got me a hotel in Collinsville, all the way across because he didn't want me.
I don't want you in my
He
town.
didn't want me in his
I don't know if you're
town
for real yet.
or anywhere near
been
because he
talking
thought
for
I might
13
have
years.
catfished him. Yes,
Talking for 13 years, but
I might have catfished him. I was like, seriously, really? After all this time, ugh, really?
trying to be safe.
Are you like? Do you know anything about Collinsville?
Yeah,
Yeah, he lives right next to it. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But,
I was gonna say
yeah.
you just. I was gonna say, how did that help you? You was so random ass
It's
spot.
close, just a little bit
Oh, okay, okay.
far enough away.
20 minutes
Alright.
away.
I could bail, I guess, if I had to. I don't know.
Oh, jeez, you could run. give him a good chance to run.
Yeah, yeah, that's a long, good story.
sense.
It's not a good line, I promise. No.
Hey.
Yeah, I moved all the way from Oklahoma for this.
Alligators.
Smoking good weed.
Yeah.
That's what we always tell people. Like, if you'd have told us this 5 years ago, where we are today, you'd be
I would have thought you were crazy.
crazy.
Yeah. But, I educated myself, realized that this was the way to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
how I be feeling about all of this too.
Yep. I wish I would have known 20 years ago. I wish I would have,
Right.
went my own way after I was an adult and, and researched it then instead of listening to, the house I grew up in and, I should have done it
How
myself.
the majority
then.
of people think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just now, the last couple of years, it's getting more mainstream. It's getting more legal. It's
Acceptable.
okay.
Yeah.
Acceptable, yeah.
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 Facts.
And I know people didn't like the Amendment 3 and it got legalized in Missouri the way it did, but I think it's still good for the
Yeah.
growth. The growth.
The growth of
Yeah.
of cannabis, but yeah, we were very disappointed that passed, but yeah.
Yeah. Same. But
Yeah.
hey.
That's what happened.
I just think the more
we have to
mainstream,
deal with
better.
it now.
little by little, state by state. So
Yeah.
Yeah. One day, the real will prosper.
Yep.
Not
As
to
long
say
as
they
the
can't
feds
today,
keep their
but,
hands out of it, I hope. Fingers crossed. But I mean,
yeah, we hope it stays state by state issue and never federal. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know how likely that is. Who knows? Who knows what's to come? I hope things pick up for grow shops. I hope things are pretty slow right now. I hope we get over that hump and that picks up
Yeah.
for the local grow shops.
that's why we try to educate, because the more successful the grower is, the more successful they're going to want to buy
From
whatever.
From grow shops.
not our
yeah.
nutrient line, but any nutrient line.
Any, yeah, not just us, but I'm just saying. I hope
That's
things
the-
pick up overall.
The weirdest thing, you talk to people at a vendor day, oh, what do you grow with? Water?
Yeah, we're like, what
It's
are you?
like, let's educate.
what are you
let's-
feeding your
let's talk.
plant?
Do you drink water every day? Yeah, but you also eat food. Plants eat food.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
you need to educate people,
Right.
just even from the basics.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when I first started this podcast to where I'm at now, it's like night and day.
Oh yeah.
God, yeah.
Oh yeah. From all the different people you've had on that do all different things that
Yeah.
can teach you things, and there are 10,000 ways to grow,
That's a
yeah.
fact.
and it'll work different for everybody. What may work for this person may not work for that person, and that's fine. There's not a wrong way because it's all going to grow. It may grow better for you one way than it does the other way. We're not here to judge anybody or
We have a strain that just not doing real good for us. But one of the head nectar guys that's the best grows it amazing. How we follow everything, we're doing everything the same.
Yep.
It turns out it doesn't.
Yeah.
No idea why.
We don't know, and we're not sure. And it could be the water we're using, is different, or it could be you just never know.
Right.
I was
Or
gonna say, could it be the element?
Yep.
Because they are grown in Oregon and then it's the Midwest.
Yeah.
The hardest thing is when you're talking, oh, my plant's not growing good.
Well, let's diagnose it.
Talk
let's
to us,
see.
what
Yeah.
are you
Let's
growing
see
in
what
soil?
you're.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Tell
are
us.
That's
Yeah.
the hardest. It's takes so long to get down to someone's root cause of what's
The
going
hardest is in Ohio. We go to vendor days in Ohio with these grow shops, and it's not legal to grow in Ohio.
They don't wanna talk.
People won't talk to you about their grow. they still say they're growing tomatoes and they're having problems with it. And I'm like, okay, these are not tomatoes, correct? And they're like, uh-huh. And I'm like, I really can't help you if you just come out and tell me. I'm not going to tell anybody.
Right,
like, I'm not the
cops.
police.
Yeah.
Like, just please come out and tell me what's happening so I can help you.
Yeah.
Because they just absolutely will not. Like, they refuse.
It's the hardest part of getting people to want to learn, want to put forth the effort, want to like, just, I'm here to help you.
Exactly.
That's what we educate. We'll do classes. We'll talk to you.
Yeah.
Like, we should figure this out, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's also people putting in the time and effort for it.
Yeah,
you know?
And there's a lot of people who don't, but the people who do.
Yeah. Once they do, if they do it with Nectar, they never stop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We were at a thing in Ohio, and it's just a big grow shop that's there. We had our vendor day, and we're watching, and this cop car pulls in and comes in, and he's walking in.
Hands on his belt.
He's looking around. You know.
Everyone's all like hiding their stuff.
Everybody's just hiding everything, whatever, and he walks around, and I looked around, and he knows me, and he's like, oh, God. Oh, God.
I said, here we go.
So I run up to him, and I said, hey, how are you? And he's like, fine. And I said, what you doing? And he said, I'm just here to make sure nobody gets stupid. And I said, oh. I said, I think you're at the wrong place. And he said, what do you mean? I said, there's no alcohol here. And he stopped and looked at me. I said, people get stupid on alcohol. And he said, well, mumbled something. I said, we just get really chill and super friendly. You know, and he just kind of looked at me, and I said, hey, do you
Have a garden?
have a garden or houseplants? And he said, yeah. And I said, hold on, come with me. And he came over, and I said, this is one shot. And I said, it's calcium-based. I said, you ever get blossom end rot on your tomatoes? And he's like, yeah. And I said,
Calcium issue.
this will stop that. That's a calcium issue. This will cure that. Here's how you use it. Here's a free sample. And I gave him, talked to him all about SLF. You know, SLF will, you know, help your root zone. It's going to clear out this and that. Told him all about it. And so I loaded him up. I said, your neighbors have a garden? Yeah. I said, here, give them this. I said, oh, and that booth right there, go to them. That booth's going to help you do this and that one too. And he just kind of looked at me. He said, with gardens, I said, everything here will work in your garden.
So we have a picture
Every single
of
thing.
a cop holding a bunch of Nectar stuff
And-
in front of our booth,
And
in front
he's
of the van.
smiling.
dope.
He's smiling, having the best time. And he said, I never knew all this stuff could work in my garden and on my houseplants. I said, that's what this place is a grow shop. I said, don't your houseplants in your garden grow? And he said, yeah. And I said, here you go. I said, why don't you come meet the shop owner? I said, he can help you grow anything. You know, and he's smiling and walking around talking to everybody. And when he left, the owner of the shop said, how'd you do that? He said, thank God. He said, I'm so glad you did that. He said, this guy harasses us all the time. I said, well, hopefully he won't now. I said, just don't drink beer in front of him, because I told him it was bad.
I sent a picture of the cop holding everything
Yeah.
to the owners and said, that's why we hired you.
To
that's
these
why-
company
yeah.
owners. Yeah.
That's why we hired her.
Yeah,
So
but-
talk to anybody.
But I'm just, well, you could just tell. It was all over his face when he came in. He was
Had
just
that
going to be,
Cop attitude.
Yeah.
yeah, he was just not happy with us being there, you know, so I just thought, well, if we can stop it in its tracks, maybe he just won't be here and harass us all day, so.
Yeah, that was dope. You were able to turn the stigma on him.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully he'll leave the shop alone now too, because it doesn't have to be all about cannabis. They grow
Exactly.
a lot of other things, you know. He'll go
Exactly.
in the shop and they're growing a bunch of tropical plants and shit in there under
That's
the
one cool
lights.
store. They have a whole back area of plants growing.
Yeah,
Just whatever.
yeah,
That's what's up.
yeah. So it's, I mean, you know, I'm hoping, you know, that'll help, like you said, with the stigma of him. Yeah. I'd much rather be hanging out with a bunch of people smoking weed than a bunch of people drinking a bunch of alcohol. I mean, I'm not hating on alcohol; it's fine, but I'm more likely to see people get in a fight on alcohol than you are when people
to-
sitting around smoking weed.
Go to a bar at midnight and see what's going on. You know?
Yeah.
So,
Okay. One more thing I wanted to bring up though. So I know you're also into making desserts.
oh, 100%. Yes, we used to own a bakery.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes.
Matter of fact, you used to work with one of the homies of the show.
Oh, you talk about Kristen?
Yes.
Yes, I love her. She's my girl. She actually worked at our bakery.
Shout out to Mad World.
Yep, yep.
Kristen's
She's
awesome.
great.
Yeah.
Yep, we love her. Love her product as well. It is probably one of my favorite things besides flour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's one of my favorite edible makers. Like
I keep her on deck all the time. She, everything is so clean with her and so pure. It's, you know, it's really good stuff. And it's funny because anybody that I take her stuff to is always like, man, especially like her small gummies. Those are my favorite, her little bears. People are like, there's no way those are only 5 milligrams. I said, I promise they are. No way. And I'm like, yeah, because she uses really good product. Like all of her stuff is really good. Top quality. Yeah. And you can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. She cares about her customers. She cares about her medicine.
She's the best.
And that's also not a segue, but people enjoy that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like weed. It doesn't smell like weed. It's food.
Yeah.
Have you tried the non-infused ones?
She worked at the bakery.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All the good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and she'll come to the house and be
try
doing
these.
whatever.
I'm like, is this for me or her?
Yeah, and she'll bring cookies, and most of the time they're infused. Most of the time, and he's like, I can't eat any of it. He's like, next time just bake regular ones for me.
Just like regular cheesecake.
Yeah, because he doesn't usually get any of it. She brings it. It's dosed usually. Yeah. So, but no, we still work together a little bit. She'll do some of the dough and some of the baking. I'll do some decorating for her. I still do a little bit on the side. I just haven't had time lately, but not this year. I haven't had time with
last year Halloween, Valentine's Day.
So, I hope I can get some more time to do some more with her because I enjoy doing that. It's fun. I like it. Yeah, I enjoy it. So
it's fun doing it on a small scale, not a huge bakery scale.
Yeah,
with a whole storefront. If you just need a couple dozen, it was a little bit more fun than thousands.
Yeah. Hand decorating hundreds and hundreds of cookies is a little more work. So she's great.
I want to sit down with you in Mad World though.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that's something I've been thinking about doing for a long time.
We should get together and do that. She and I together are a lot of fun. Yeah. What?
Nothing. You already know. Come on.
Yeah. She and I together. Yeah. I don't know. What are you talking about?
When the two of them get together.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. They're the best though.
She's a little shy sometimes. She didn't talk a lot, but hopefully when she gets near me, she'll open up a little bit because her and I talk. So.
Oh no, she's the best. Like literally, like every important thing that I've like asked her, like, could you come? She's came. Like she's the best.
She will too. She's loyal. Yeah. Oh, for sure. 100%. She's loyal. Gosh, her best friends and her have been best friends for shit. Who knows when since she's been 5 years old, probably. She's extremely loyal. That's another good thing about her too. Yeah. Yep.
Definitely one of the realest in the community.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I agree. Well, yeah, and she's the one that went with us to that smoke sesh and kind of walked around and introduced us and stuff because that was one of the first things we went to in St. Louis. We'd been to everywhere else, all the other states, but hadn't been to anything local, anything in St. Louis. So we were just starting out then, and we're hoping we get to do more local stuff.
They need to have more of those.
Yeah, or anything.
I think things are coming up for sure.
I hope so.
I got a feeling.
I hope so. Yeah, we'd love to do more of that. We like getting together with people, meeting new people too.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm saying how 2T3rp needs to go ahead and dip our hats in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised to see Rooted Organics. I didn't even think about you showing up places like that.
Yeah, that's great.
That was awesome.
That's a great idea.
It's a last minute thing. It's kind of like we're trying to branch out, try to do some different things.
Yeah, that's great. The vendor days are really fun. Like we have lots of those that go on, and sometimes during the middle of the summer they get really crazy, get really big, and they're a lot of fun.
It was fun to do because I didn't realize like people actually listen to this like for real.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
Oh yeah. People like point you out and tell you, oh yeah, I know you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rob knows a lot of people that listen to it. Rob's all into social media and listen to podcasts and stuff.
Yeah, I took over the Organs Only Instagram because Scott doesn't have time for that. He was busy answering emails and all that kind of stuff. So you wouldn't believe the number of people that reach out and just want to say, you're awesome, cool, thanks for doing what you're doing.
Great people,
I had no idea. Yeah. Just
Oh,
it's the Nectar fam, you know?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And how many people we know by their Instagram names, like we were talking about earlier.
Yep.
It's so much easier to know people by their Instagram names because that's where you see them all the time. You know, we always see them on Instagram. So.
Well, even just the people that they're going to be at Fred's, I'm like, okay, that's Jeff. What's his Instagram name? And because we're giving out some T-shirts for the people that show up early. We're like, oh, that people. Like, wait, oh shit, yeah, I know who you are. Oh wow. Yeah.
When I see them in person, I'm like, oh, you're so and so off Instagram. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So.
Give everybody name tags. No.
I'll remember them. You
I
won't.
can't. I don't remember anything.
No. He'll lean over and say, what was that name again? And then pretend like you knew.
I'm sly about it sometimes.
I do that all the time. It's okay. For real.
I always say, you remember the guys' names, I'll remember the girls' names. That never works out because he never remembers
I don't
anybody.
remember either of them.
No. He'll say, which one was I supposed to remember, the guy or the girl?
No, for the most part, I think I remember girls' names. That's all
Yeah.
I do.
Well, of course you do. Yeah. Imagine that.
That's right. Yeah.
So would you probably. Yeah. I just need to tell you to remember the girls' names then.
3 times, you know.
There aren't many girls in the community though, so it's
There are some. There's not a lot of.
you, Kristen.
We just don't know them. We just don't know a lot of them.
There's a lot more than
That's
that.
another thing. There are a lot of women in weed, but there are a lot more women than that. You just don't know any of them. Yeah.
What does Scott say about women and weed?
Scott says that women do a better job growing, and that he does. He says,
I can see that.
yeah, he said, because they're more nurturing.
Yeah.
He says, you know. So, and he had a podcast where he was on there talking about me. He says, you know, we have a female rep now, and he said, listen to her, because I do encounter that a lot. I run into that a lot. They'll be at our table, and
Guys will not talk to her.
or they won't listen to me.
Yeah.
They'll ask a question, and I'll start answering. They'll just turn and look at him, and they just
pull it right
look
back at her.
completely, you know. And a lot of times he'll say, "I don't know what she does," you know, and they'll just, you know, bow up and whatever. And Scott will tell him, you know, hey, you don't have to listen, I guess, but if you want the information, she's the one I'd go to. He knows too, but you know, I'm the one that they've trained the most, and I'm also the one, and Scott will tell you this too, that will say, you know, I don't know, but I'll find out for you. Scott says men will just lie. Men will just say, oh, well, blah, 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 and it's not true. You know, but I'll be the first to say, you know what, I don't know, but I know somebody that does, and I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
You know, so, but, women do well at growing plants and at, you know, retaining the information and learning from our mistakes and trying to do better the next time. Right?
Me? No.
No, but women do. So,
I don't,
yeah.
yeah.
So, but it's, you know, and there's a difference too. And I hope I can say this and not offend anyone, but we'll go to a lot of the Canacons and the Nicans, and you can 100% tell the difference. There's a direct line of the tables that have the women that aren't actually in weed, that are like, they're like the women that are at the car shows.
This thing in front of the show is pretty.
You know, and then you can tell the tables that have the women that are actually in the community and doing it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And the ones that they have at the tables that aren't really doing it are really bringing us down a level. Like when people go and see that and talk to them, and then they come to us, they expect us to be the same way. And I'm like, man, you know, would y'all quit bringing these people here? Because it's making it even harder for us women.
Yeah.
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 So,
I get what you're saying.
yeah, they hire a pretty face because it sells their product, you know, to you dumb men. So,
Well, they got bullshit.
you dumb men buy from these chicks. So, yeah, stop. Stop.
I don't be looking at me like that.
Stop it.
I don't get tripped up like that.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, yeah. Told him you could find a cute girl that at least knows, you know, her product or something. So, I'm just bouncing around giving out free stuff.
No, I need beauty and brains.
There you go. There you go. See, look how lucky she is.
Sorry, I'll teach you some things later on.
Yeah, I need to be taught. Yeah. I don't have a clue.
Oh, he can teach you dad jokes.
Ooh, I don't know about that. That ain't what it was when I signed up. No, I don't know if I'm trying to have kids around here, you know. That's so dangerous.
Oh, I didn't think you don't have to have kids to tell dad jokes anymore. No, they're just they even write books
okay.
with dad jokes.
Oh, okay.
You just read it out of a book.
I feel like it's only a rite of passage. You can't really tell dad jokes. You ain't no dad.
I mean, I guess it means you can't wear the shoes either. The dad shoes.
The dad shoes.
I mean, I wasn't trying to check for those no way. So,
No New Balance.
but, I mean, he ain't got no dad shoes though.
No, he don't. Yeah,
These
you
are,
got,
our
you got the kicks
these are our
on.
Nectar shoes. We wear these because they're black and white.
Okay.
Match the van, they match everything else.
Black and white.
There you go.
Got them black and white kicks. You can't raise your leg up that high.
Too old.
You're old.
Shit, I'm over here laughing like, you know, I'm just trying to get old over here too. Shit.
Yeah.
You having to go to the chiropractor and whatnot.
Starting to get your creaky chair body going.
Ah, that's been happening for about a couple of years now.
You need that sound effect now.
All I gotta do is start bending. Sound
Got the
effect.
sound effect, yeah.
Yeah, shit.
She doesn't complain when I'm loading the van full of stuff, though.
I help. Yes, I do.
Where were you at yesterday?
Driving home from Oklahoma.
Exactly.
All right.
Where were you at when so we get semi loads of soil and nutrients from Oregon to distribute out of St. Louis. 22 pallets.
Damn.
A lot of pallets move around.
Damn.
I got 20 the first load, and you weren't there.
And then they got to be organized and moved, and you got a big old pile of stuff. And I need a case of this. And I got to find it and move everything. And it's a little physical.
Are you complaining?
Not at all.
Okay.
Of course not.
I got 20 pallets the
I
first
complained
load,
and one
and
listened.
you weren't there. So, see? True. Okay, then. So we're even. And the second load, you weren't there either. So,
I reorganized the second load.
but no, don't let him lie to you. I do. I load up there too. I even help you load bags in there. So
Yeah, I
Buy
like
4
hanging
for
out with
every
y'all. Y'all
one.
funny as shit.
I do one for his every 4 of yours. I know. Yeah.
I just, I got to take a phone call.
I'm a lot older than him. I'm a lot older than you.
Not really.
Yeah. So I shouldn't have to load that many.
I don't know.
Yeah. Tell him.
You gotta figure it
Yeah,
out, dog.
I got him there. I'm way
figure it
older,
out.
so I'm way older. Old ladies don't have to pick up things.
Not an old lady.
Let her know. That's right.
Yeah.
When it comes to picking up things, yes,
Yeah.
I am. Yes, I am.
Weak. That's
Where are we going to
hilarious.
be next? Where are we going to be doing
Next event I think is
Fred's?
December 11th in Terre Haute is a grow class. Yeah, yep.
But-
And hopefully we can get some in St. Louis after
Yeah,
that.
who's listening here?
Yeah.
You said what?
Happy Hydro, Root Organics,
Grow gear?
All of them have been wanting us. Grow gear. All
Grow
of them
Gear,
have been
Grow
wanting us
Active.
to
Loud Bank.
marry at
Loud Bank. We haven't been to Loud Bank.
I gotta go to Loud Bank.
We need to go. We've been talking about that. We need to go hit them up. 3 and 4 Garden Supply.
Yep.
Mary, we need to talk to her too because she was wanting to do some SLF stuff too. So.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, shout out Mary.
Yep.
Now,
Yep.
we try to explain to store owners, the more you know about the product, the more we're going to come out and teach, the more people are going to buy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that helps.
They
And
sell
with-
more, it helps them.
Missouri go illegal, everyone's going to be wanting to do home grow. That's what happened in
Well,
Chicago.
they could
Like,
home grow before with a medical. I
Right.
mean, they still home grow.
now, like, what was it, Chicago 3 years ago? Chicago was booming. Chicago was like the growing part of the country for home growers. So Chicago was like,
So
still
now
is.
there's a ton of grow shops up there. So.
Yeah, there's like a dozen like good grow shops in Chicago.
Okay.
And that's how we're up there doing classes, doing shit all the time. But what we're trying to do with St. Louis.
And we want to. We'd really like to spend a lot of time around here. Focus around here for a while. We've got some good shops around here. So we'd like to do that if we could.
Try to support our local people.
For sure.
Yeah, and our local community. We've been spending so much time everywhere else, just not enough time here.
Yeah, but there's plenty of people that want to grow out here.
Oh yeah. I'm excited for it. So hopefully, it'll pick up around here. I hope.
For sure.
Yep.
All right, so let them know where to find y'all at.
So Instagram, my Instagram is Cris CRIS. There's no H in it. CRIS dot NectarFam. NectarFam. And you can
The
also find the
company
Nectar one. The
websites.
company website is Organs Only. Yep, at Organs
And
Only.
SLF 100.
Is at SLF 100. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So, and we're on those all the time. And the Cris.NectarFam also announces where we're going to be, which stores we'll be in, and when we're doing vendor days or classes.
Okay.
That's the big thing, is posting there and having people actually show up and say, hey, I saw it.
Yeah, saw it on Instagram. So,
That's a
yeah, we usually will.
new age technology that Scott and Newton necessarily weren't cool with.
Utilizing as much. Yeah, well, they weren't able to because they weren't going to vendor days.
Right.
So it wasn't that they didn't know; they just weren't utilizing it. So we're hoping that by doing that, we can improve participation.
Yeah.
Yeah. For these grow shops.
For sure.
Yep.
All right, y'all. I already know.
And you know where to find me on the IG at No Socials T.
Oh yeah, we always forget to do it at the beginning, yo. Damn. We gotta get better at this. Alright. Go.
Alright? You could find me at No Socials T on the IG.
No, not that part.
Oh, what part?
When I end it for you, the tagline.
Oh shit! I totally forgot.
Yeah, I know. We gotta get better. We gotta get better at this, man.
Man.
All right, you ready? Wait, you forgot it? You forgot it?
Yeah, I really did. I didn't even smoke that much.
Man.
Whoa, isn't it no socials? Oh,
yeah, No Social. Shit, fuck.
Yeah, see, there you go. This is the first time this ever happened. Like,
Yeah, I haven't choked up like this since college.
It was just an experiment. It was just an experiment in college.
Yeah.
That's all.
Old habits die hard. You can find me at No Socials T on the IG. The biggest hypocrite in the... Jesus Christ, I can't.
This is lit.
I'm loving it. Please leave all this in.
Yeah, I'm just struggling
Please leave
now.
all this in. I love this.
Okay, this is redemption for all the DMs I don't respond to.
Let's blame this on our
right.
weed.
Okay.
It's that good, right?
All right, let me hit this shit. Okay. AKA Tyler Farquhar. Make the lady say, "Oh my God!" There we go. All right.
We can work around that.
Yeah.
We got it? You're good?
Think so.
Just take a clip from a different show, put it in, patch it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
please do.
That was amazing. That was lit.
This is why you can't do Sober October anymore.
I tried to tell you, dog.
You want to hear this?
Can't
See
build
what
up
it
that
sounds
tolerance
like?
anymore.
Let's see what it sounds like.
That was hilarious. Bro.
Yeah. Keep on for a bit. You can keep on here. Yeah.
Oh my
Sounds different,
God.
right?
It's like my shooting.
Like your headphones, yes. You can hear
Yeah, noise can't. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds different, doesn't it?
I have shooting headphones where the sound of the gun you can't hear, but you can hear the shell drop.
And you can hear everything else. You just
people
can't hear
talking.
the gun shoot.
You can't
Yeah.
hear the bang.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
That's badass. That's tight.
Oh my God, that's
Alright, hold on.
funny.
Let me
I'm
close that real
cracking
quick.
up.
My fault.
Yeah, I think I literally just took all my ears out right in the middle of that.
That's good. That means, hey, that's a good
They
conversation.
were hurting. They were hurting my ears, so I had to take them out.
headphones, yeah, I didn't think about
I think
that.
that was after I smoked too, so.
A couple.
See? That's what I'm saying. We make people comfortable around here. Like,
Yeah,
glass
it-
blowers, they usually take their shoes off. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I was looking at all your glass. I like all that. My son collects glass. He loves different artists and shit.
Yep. I figure instead of like a china cabinet.
Yes, that's him. He loves different artists and all their artwork and stuff. Their glass, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Big glass
amazing.
dude.
All right. Let me close out for real. Okay. So, let me not fuck this up. Okay. Make sure you follow Flucker. Make sure you follow Ryan Risky Fargo on all socials. Make sure you follow Eddie at Eddie_1991_ on all socials. Yeah, you already did you. Cool. Make sure you follow Too T3rpd on Instagram. Make sure you also follow us on YouTube. Hit us up on that hotline, 314-399-9711 with those voicemails and text. And then don't forget to follow me, Donovan2408, on all social media platforms. Wow. That was actually pretty decent.
It's not as easy as it looks, is it?
Came right out.
No, not at all. That's why I had to focus. Hey, man.
Sound like you said that before.
Yeah, maybe a couple times.
107, right?
107, 107, at least 107 times.
Nah, it picked up, like, over the course of those times.
yeah.
Like,
Actually,
started adding more
I
shit.
had to scrap the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. That might have worked.
We could save it. I think so, yeah.
From
Yeah.
the last one?
Huh?
You save it from the last one? Is that what
Yeah.
you said? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Woohoo! You got it.
Let it get saved.
That fucks with my ears too much.
All right, y'all. Y'all already know. It's been another episode, and we will see y'all next time. Oh, whoa. Damn. I should have did this beforehand. I forgot. Make sure y'all go out to the Smoke Dizzle concert this weekend on Friday night at the Red Flag. Yeah. Should be a good time. Just want to go ahead and plug that real quick. But yeah. All right. It's been another episode. Peace.
It's Too T3rpd.